Opie is here, and his show starts now.
Ah, what a great song. You know what made me happy about that song as I was listening to it? Lewis was bopping in the other room. I call it bopping what I saw you doing, Lewis. You like David Bowie?
Good music is good music, man. It doesn't matter where it's coming from.
And you actually like that song?
It's a fantastic song. I've never heard it before, but it was nice. Actually, I've never really heard it before. But it's a fantastic song, man.
Vic, how old are we? Just tell me how old we are.
Too old, apparently. Jesus
Are you
Christ.
kidding me? You've never heard that song before?
Not that I can remember.
I was going to go through Bowie's funkiness. I was going to go through his funkiness, that there's some sort of black people like Bowie. He was going to actually enlighten us about something, and instead
nothing.
Disappointing us horribly.
I understand it's an old song, but I just wow, the kids today. How old are you?
I'm 31.
You should know.
I think you should know. I think you should know "Rebel Rebel" by Bowie at 31 years old.
Fame, Golden Years,
Golden Girls.
No, Golden Girls.
Do you know any David Bowie songs?
Let's Dance.
No.
China Girl.
Not by name.
Suffragette City.
Changes.
Gene Genie. Changes. Young Americans.
I know that one, yes.
Young Americans.
You know Young Americans?
The extent of my white knowledge as far as that kind of artist would be like the Forrest Gump soundtrack. I know.
So you didn't listen to any rock and roll growing up?
It was younger rock and roll. It was basically alternative at that time.
Like what?
The first album I ever owned was Tragic Kingdom, no doubt. That was like as rock as really I went for that time period.
All right.
By No Doubt, the Gwen Stefani.
I'm Just a Girl. That's the debut, I think.
Yeah,
but that's not rock.
It's kind of scarred up something.
I would call
scarred
it
up funkiness.
I'd call it like pop rock, maybe.
With a little funky. It's got a little funk to it.
It's a good album.
It's got a little funk to it.
It's a good album. I remember listening to a few of those songs. All right. I'm so mad now. I was excited.
I remember being on the college circuit, and a dude used to close his act by singing Don't Speak as Elmer Fudd.
Oh, really?
So it just ruined Don't Speak for me every time I heard it on the radio. You and I just heard him doing the fucking...
Was it funny?
No.
Oh.
Well, Robin Williams did it first, or if he probably stole it from somebody. But Robin Williams did it on a special where he did him singing Fire. He did the Bruce Springsteen Pointer Sisters, and that was a big Robin Williams thing.
Right.
So then every guy on the college circuit that were doing any kind of voices and all adapted some sort of Elmer Fudd. Sing something.
Speaking of Elmer Fudd, I'll hit you with one. Kill the Wabbit.
That's one of my favorites. Okay. Yes. That's Wagner. Right. That was a groundbreaking thing because that's actually he was doing the opera. That's Wagner. That's Flight of the Valkyrie, I think.
No, I mean, do you know the radio guy that did Kill the Wabbit?
Oh no, there's somebody
there's an old radio bit called Kill the Rabbit, not Robin Williams. Anyway, Rebel, David Bowie. If you find that poll, let me know. And then Vic Henley's here, and he told me that he walked out for his first Letterman to Rebel by David Bowie.
Paul Schaefer would always reach out to the comics. You would get it through Eddie Brill, who was handling the comedians at the time, and he would find it. He was like, the band knows every song in the world, and if you got something, it's hard to stump them. They'll play you on anything you want. And I'm like, ooh, off the top of my head, I just went, ooh, Rebel by Bowie. And he never got back to me, so I didn't know until you walked out that they were going to play it. And sure enough, it's bam, they go right into it. And I was like, all right.
Did that make you happy?
It thrilled me to know it. You can see me grinning and kind of bopping a little. Right on. I almost skipped to my spot. Where I was supposed to stand.
And then because you said that just before the show started, I'm trying. We were lucky enough to do Letterman once, and I'm trying to remember what song we came out to, and I know it was clever, but I can't remember it.
He would tie it in whether you ask him or not.
Oh, they always figured out some kind of thing,
and it was amazing. If you from an actor to a role to a band, anything. If it was a goddamn physicist that was going to come out and talk about science, he played Thomas Dolby blinded me with science in the background or something crazy. It was always really good. Sounds like an old blues funky thing, like a horn bluesy. That sounds like Tower of Power or something.
God damn, I used to be good looking.
Somebody put their Shazam on that. We can find out what that is.
I'm sure a listener will tell me.
Yes, you should ask.
But I remember
you look fine. You look healthy.
God, no, that's called young, not healthy. You fuck.
You don't look like the worn down piece of shoe leather that you turned into.
I used to be good looking.
Well, let's not get carried away.
Let's
not get carried away.
Well, I don't want you to find me good looking there, Vic Henley, so I'm pretty happy that you...
Ant looks the same. he's grayer now, I guess.
Yeah. I think we're going to talk to Anthony in a few minutes here. I reached out to him today. So how are you, Vic Henley?
I'm okay. I'm way better now since I get to look at this.
What, the Letterman?
Yeah, this is absolutely fabulous. Why were there a lot of balls on the stage? You had to kick your way through. Was he doing one of his stupid human trick things before?
It was one of his dumb bits, and then I started throwing the tennis balls around, and I don't know. It was kind of silly. I'm trying to remember what the tennis ball thing was. I don't know anymore.
Was it a thing, or he used to do this is a thing or not a thing? Was it related to you guys?
No.
It was just literally from the bit before.
Yeah, and they didn't have time to clean it up before it was time to bring out Opie and Anthony.
Ladies and gentlemen from WNEW. Is that
so it was nerve-wracking enough to do Letterman for the first time, and now you're walking on a stage with hundreds of tennis balls, so you could fall on your ass.
That's always fun.
So I just started kicking my way through the tennis balls.
I enjoyed following Carrot Top back on the college circuit. Although same thing, you couldn't get to the goddamn microphone. You're like, really, Scott? Just fucking carve me out a path as you leave the stage. Just carve me out a path. That's all I'm asking. Move the fucking stuffed animals to the right and left.
He didn't take his shit with him?
No, because on the college circuit, you just bang, went right from one to the next, and so.
But he didn't sweep up or anything?
So, that was all I asked, was just carve me a path.
Did you start playing with his props
always,
right.
And it would be stupid, and I would realize 5 minutes in.
I would assume you would just rub your dick on his stuff.
No, I'd slobber on it or try to do something.
Of course, you're a comic. Of course you did that.
Try to do something to ruin it.
Just
give it away. I would give a lot of it away. If it's something I knew that he had made, I would go, okay, now he's going to have to go to Walmart and buy more shit.
Oh, you would give it to the audience?
So I would hand it to someone in the crowd. I'm like, here's a souvenir from the show. He wants you to have it. He's like, quit giving my shit away.
Would you wipe your ass with it first?
No. I would just hand it out.
I'm disappointed. Of course it was. Thank you, Ed in Baltimore.
What was it?
Let him say it. Ed, go ahead.
Hey, Opie. Hey, Vic.
Hey.
Yeah, that song, I think the Letterman song was Shock the Monkey.
It was Shock
just
the
horn
Monkey.
part, because you were shock jocks.
Yes.
So he played Peter Gabriel.
See how clever they were?
He's good, man.
Yes, it was absolutely Shock the Monkey. Now that you say that, I do remember.
I like that horn part of Shock the Monkey.
I had to have that just shaken out of my brain. Thank you, Ed. Anything else you want to get off your chest? You good?
No, my chest is fine. Thanks. Have a good one.
Fuck. I'm in a good mood today. Well, actually, first I want to talk about Bernard Hopkins, and then I'll tell Vic Henley why I'm in a good mood. Bernard Hopkins, wow. I'm still icing at every part of my body after that appearance.
It was super.
But I told you. Didn't I told you individually?
No, I don't. You just told me he'd been on
you
before and that he was the character. You didn't say that once he gets going. No, you just said it.
Okay.
You said he's been on over a period of 10 years. He's done the show a lot, and he's a pistol.
Yeah,
all I got from you.
I warned Kirk Fox yesterday.
Okay.
I thought I warned you as well.
No.
I told Kirk, I go, look, this is what's going to happen with Bernard Hopkins. He's going to come in here, and he's awesome. But I'm going to say hi, and then me and you could go get coffee. Was I wrong?
No, you were not wrong at all.
And what frustrates me about Bernard Hopkins, I actually find him very interesting.
Sure.
And we've had him on a bunch of times over the last 10 years. Me, Aunt and Jim, all sorts of combinations. And it always works out the same way. You can't control the guy. And could you imagine if you just controlled him just slightly? And directed him slightly? How great that interview would have been?
There were 2 or 3 times where I did think of either something. He led me down a path, and in my brain, I'm like, ooh, there's going to be an opening here, and maybe I could ask him this.
Yeah.
And it might have been silly or boxing related or both.
Yeah.
And by then, 8 minutes later, that was not going to happen.
No.
And so.
So, I mean, it was his room. It was his world, actually. We were just kind of living in it.
I interrupt too much anyway, so I'm not going to fuck with him.
If you do radio, you interrupt.
I was glad I was behind him.
Right.
I literally was, because I just sat there and watched and listened the whole thing. But he did tease me several times, because he seemed to be, I was like, oh, fuck, I just wish he would go, he's going to turn left and tell us something really cool. Yeah. And then, no, he fucking turned right.
I know.
And went back into hyperbole sometimes.
I wanted to ask him about what he's going to do in retirement. Is he really okay with this? Yeah. I want to ask him about the penitentiary, where he was there for 4 or 5 years. Then he was on parole for 9. During that period, was he tempted to go back to his old life? Because it wasn't easy.
He got in trouble back in the day for some guy. It was a white dude that was coming up, and he said, "Oh, I'll beat this guy, because if I don't beat this guy, I can't go back to the hood. I can't." Whitey, right, yeah. He did a whole Whitey McWhitey thing, and then that dude beat him.
Oh wow!
And so, I wanted to ask him about that. That the one time he kind of went, "Oh, I can handle Whitey in any situation." Yeah. Well, that particular Whitey handled his ass.
Was it early in his career?
I don't think so. I think it was in the.
Well, he lost his first fight ever.
I knew that.
And then when he went Kenny went on a pretty nice run after that. So,
the 20 title defenses, as we talked about
pretty
yesterday,
amazing.
I think it's only been equaled. I don't think anyone's done more. Winning a fight for 23 years in a row.
Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're allowed to go in when you're still fighting. That would be something to
I was reading because Evander Holyfield just was inducted or nominated, whatever. I guess nominated officially. And who were the other fighters? I saw Holyfield on that list, and I was thinking, just put Bernard Hopkins in there
now.
I mean, if you make it to 50, even if you're going to still fight, give it to the guy, right? Why make him wait 5 years?
No, while they can still speak at the induction ceremony, God damn it, you know, let's get them out there.
Of course. But it was what it was, and we made funny videos out of it, so.
That was actually Paul did a hell of a job. That was a good remix of us trying to get a word in.
I told Paul we need a video or a montage video of us just trying to get a word in. So it's a very jumpy video because it's us literally trying to talk to Bernard Hopkins and being shut down over and over and over again, including Jerry Cooney going, listen.
He saw Jerry Cooney, and I think that was just it. He zeroed in on Jerry Cooney, and basically, in his mind, that might have been the only person in the room talking, much less the oney person in the room. So when he was going at somebody, it was Cooney. He was just, wait, Jerry. No.
So, I mean, we got this video out of it. We'll tweet it out during the show, but it's called Trying to Get a Word In with Bernard Hopkins. It's on the YouTube channel, Opie Radio. So, and then we have another video of Bernard Hopkins making fun of how Jerry Cooney was dressed. Because Jerry Cooney loves coming in here with those salmon-colored pants.
And I said yesterday, I believe it's Nantucket Red.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him I'm going to go super waspy.
What is Nantucket Red?
That color, basically.
I've heard the term Nantucket Red for a long time, but it's pink.
It's a faded pink, yeah. It's not a bright Pepto-Bismol pink, but more of a faded.
So why don't they just call it Nantucket pink?
I don't know, because they're Nantucket. They get to call it whatever they want. They're $800 million there.
I'll give them salmon. I'm not giving them red.
Coral?
I'll give them a little coral.
They call it Nantucket.
Definitely salmon, though. That's salmon. Yeah. Nantucket Red. That's what drives me nuts about going to Nantucket, though. Right, the locals really walk around like that.
Oh, sure.
I don't know why.
I know.
It's a dumb color.
It's horrible. My brother gave me a pair of pants as a joke 2 years ago, and I almost wore them last year because they're that color and they've got a crazy pattern on them with all kinds of and I didn't have
anchors or something.
No. They're like it's like almost like a Hawaiian shirt print. So it's almost like plants. Yeah. It's like a weird it's not nautical. It's plants or something on the Nantucket Red pants.
So when are you going to wear it?
I didn't have the balls 2 years in a row, so maybe this year.
Yeah, when I do the festival,
right?
Up there, you can get away with it.
Oh, I know. I'm never going to wear it in town.
Oh, it's easy to wear it up there, I'm thinking.
Right.
Yeah, but to wear it down to the cellar, that takes balls. That's a 2-hour beating if you walk into the cellar with those pants.
I wore shit in my 20s, for a good 5 years. That were equally. And I took a beating. I didn't care. I thought it was cool. I'd see something on the mannequin at Bloomingdale's and not realize that when I put it on, I looked like David Byrne in that Talking Heads video where he's wearing the suit that's 12 sizes too big for him because I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
they're guest pants. They're supposed to be big and baggy. The jacket came with it. Look at this. It made my head look like Falcone's head. It's just a big old,
a Zika head.
So, I took my share of beatings. I was not afraid to wear a shitty outfit.
Well, in the old days when this table had Bob Kelly and Voss and Patrice and Jimmy and Anthony, if you walked in here with a shirt that wasn't the right shirt, it was brutal.
It still is to this day.
It got to a point where you started really seriously thinking about what you were going to wear into this radio show because you didn't want the focus on you.
Just like 2 or 3 years ago, as recently at the cellar, I was sitting there one night and Keith Robinson, he just happened to be facing the door. And Jermaine Fowler, one of the new young black kids, he came in there all super hip-topped out. Just every hip-hop, like a caricature of a hip-hop fan.
Really?
Just over the super top. Wu-Tang wouldn't have let him in, And I didn't know what Keith was talking about. I just all of a sudden heard Keith. I saw him stand up from his chair going, no. And he was only 2 steps inside the fucking front door. He was nowhere near the table yet. And he wouldn't even let him enter the restaurant. And and then the whole table went, what are you fucking, he goes, look. And we all turned around and looked and we're like, oh, you can handle this. And we just sat back down and he just went off on him and the dude tried to take one step forward and every step forward, Keith would step towards him going, no, get your ass out of here. And he barked him back out to the sidewalk. He would not let him in. He would not let him in there. He made him stay outside until it was time to do his spot.
Wow.
Because part of him yelling at him was, I'm the goddamn MC. I'll come get you and tell you when it's time.
Wow.
Just stay your ass. No way you're coming in here dressed like
outfit.
that as part of my show.
And they just beat the shit out of him?
And they just hammered the fuck out of him.
Oh, God.
I was screaming. It was really funny.
It's too bad people didn't tape that shit back
And it's been going on for 30 years. They haven't changed. It's 8th grade. You know, it's little girls in a sandbox being mean to each other.
Well, that's what happens, you know.
It's fucking funny.
We can sort of handle it.
It doesn't bother me.
In this new world, I guess you're not allowed to do that anymore. But now it's coming back with Trump, Mr. Trump, Person of the Year, according to Time Magazine.
Right. So is Pac-Man.
And Pac-Man's going to be coming back, yes. Yeah, Keith is just an animal, though.
They were always, I wore the big pants so much that, like, for a good 2 or 3 years after I quit wearing them, they were still going, you know, Vic Henley has some of the biggest pants in comedy. Yeah. That's just one bad outfit.
Yeah, because if you come in with a perfect outfit, meaning there's nothing to make fun of, they'll go back in their memory bank.
Well, they'll start with your hair. Yeah. They'll go to the hair. Bad hair, bad outfit.
Oh, from head to fucking toe. Head to toe. What was I going to tell you? So, Bernard Hopkins, and I went home, and I'm in a good mood because I couldn't watch Oak Island.
You were busy.
I'm going to try to make this the last day I talk about Oak Island. I'm going to try. I didn't DVR it. So this morning when I get up really early because my stupid body clock's still tuned to getting up to do morning radio. So I can't sleep past 5:30, but it gives me time to watch documentaries and shows before the kids get up. And I'm like, all right, I'll watch Oak Island. So I go to the History Channel website, and it's not available. Not available online yet.
Is trying to tell you something.
And I'm like, okay, this is good. This is a good sign. I don't have to sit through that horse shit anymore.
And then I told you I couldn't go to bed last night, and I actually went back and watched whatever was on last night.
You did watch Oak Island.
I did. It was on from 2:30 to 3:30. I watched it. I was up till 3:30 because I was going to go to bed. I'm like, no, I'm not that tired. Oh, look, here it is.
Did they find anything?
No, of course not.
Again?
The only thing that made me angry, I was immediately angry within 5 minutes because now they've lured. It's the first time I haven't seen it in a while. Remember, I told you I walked away with a big gap.
Oh, I can fill you in.
That's okay.
They have found nothing.
But
there you go. You're caught up.
Now they've got it. Now they've got his son drinking the Kool-Aid. That's all I felt bad about.
Know.
All I felt bad about is seeing this kid, and here he goes down a wild goose chase up a hog's ass to nothing as usual. And then I'm like, God damn it! Now I'm mad at him just on a parental level. You know, now you've got this is a child abuse.
Right.
Something's wrong. Don't fucking indoctrinate your kid into not finding fuck.
Right.
And then sitting there, they're in the basement of some building where they thought the old magic stone of Scoon was.
Oh,
and,
Christ.
And he's going, well, we didn't find anything, but I think we learned a lot.
Is it the bald-headed kid?
It's, no.
Which kid is it?
It's one of the Lagina brothers. It's one of the guy with the main guy. I think
with the gray goatee.
Yeah, I think it's his son.
All right. I thought it was his nephew.
It might be the other brother.
Oh, no, yeah, he does have a son involved that comes and goes. You're right.
I think it is, but I was like, God damn it, you've tricked him now. Send him to college.
Yeah, that's cruel.
Quit wasting this fucking money. Give him something to do.
That's cool because those brothers are going to be bankrupt.
They're just like the other two, though. The kid he goes around looking for things, finds nothing, and then stands there and they have a 5-minute talk about, wow, this was absolutely, we didn't find a goddamn thing, but that's awesome, isn't that? Oh, yes, that was super awesome that we didn't find a goddamn thing.
It's not awesome.
It's no.
And
just stop and start selling me Amway. Tell me this is some sort of fucking pyramid.
I'm not strong enough to move on from this show. I'm not. The fourth season has just begun. I know they haven't found anything because it's not a big, huge news headline today.
Right.
Because if they find the Ark of the Covenant, it's not like they're going to go, hey, man.
Let's sit on it.
Before you make this a worldwide story, could it be our season finale?
We got sweeps coming.
Could you guys wait a few weeks before you put the story out there? So as soon as they do find something, it'll be in Google alert.
That's why I'm just every day I start my day with what's going on with the Nazi gold train because I think it's going to be way better and more cool.
Is that coming?
It's coming. They're going to find something. I'm telling you.
Are they actually down there looking for the?
I haven't checked an update in a couple of weeks, but I'm pulling for the Polish people to find the Nazi gold train. It is there.
But I did watch, and I watched because I texted you.
Yes, I started laughing.
You were laughing?
I was so happy.
I was watching Little People Big World. These guys tell me I need to watch more TV shows. Here you go. I'm watching shows again. And And Amy had a pool party.
Yes, she did. Bless her heart. I was so happy.
I texted Vic.
I loved it.
Like you don't have better things to do. I go, hey, Vic. Where is it? I got to read. Well,
we were trying to get Chuck Nice to come do the show.
Yeah.
And so it was actually, do you have Chuck's number? And I'm like, no. And then all of a sudden you just throw out, Amy's having a pool party.
Yeah. I go, Amy Roloff is having a pool party and mingling. And Vic writes,
I wrote back,
look, this might just be funny for me, and that's okay. My name's on the wall for now. Vic writes, shut up on Amy with men. And that's what me and my wife were joking about.
Yes.
Because she has this friend, Debbie, who's trying to set up Amy. And I want to call Debbie and go, hey, Debbie.
Just do it.
Get a few fucking ladies over to that pool party, and you're going to be wonderfully surprised.
What could happen?
That Amy actually has a libido.
It was outstanding. I know. And then I told you, then I checked the synopsis, and they named the episode like Embrace the Booty.
Yeah, Embrace the Booty.
It's something like that. And I'm like, our conversation is better.
Yeah. I said, yeah, man, I thought her friend Debbie was going to sneak a few gals in there for her. Amy's going to go on a motorcycle ride with Chris.
Yes.
And she painted with Bob at Vine Go.
I know. And then that guy, that was just the cutest, silliest, weird. He's totally flaming gay, but he's kind of flirting with her, or he's doing something. And they've each got the paintbrushes, and if it's staged, it's wonderful. I don't care. It's just, I want to paint you. Oh, I want to paint you.
Right.
And they just start, and they're like flicking the paintbrushes at each other.
Oh, Bob wanted to paint a dick on Amy.
He wanted to do it right.
Yes, he did.
He wanted to paint.
He wanted to put a big old dick on Amy.
So I want to have you stand on the step stool behind me with your painted dick, and we can have some wine.
Oh my God! And Matt's recovering from his neck surgery. It's good to see that he's doing okay, and he installed a whole bunch of cameras so he could take care of the farm and watch the pumpkins, because the state took away his water for a little while, so that was a little problem they had to take care of.
Every bit of it, though, they had family game night at the house.
Yeah.
And, the fact that they all live on the same property still is just ultimate white trash fabulousness.
Well,
proving that hillbillies know no boundaries. It's not an income level thing. Everybody is capable of going, I'm just going to, you live down here, and we'll put a double-wide trailer over here, and you go over here, and you do this. And they called the double-wide trailer he lives in the DW. It took me a few minutes.
You figured it out?
It took me a few minutes. She's like, well, I've never felt comfortable in the DW. And I'm like, is this some sort of little person code or something?
Well,
no,
what I like about the show, it's me and my wife break it down. They talk about Amy and her moving on and dating.
Yeah.
They don't mention anything about Matt. And they still haven't really mentioned why they're getting a divorce, except for the fact that they just kind of fell out of love.
Right, the old empty nest.
Oh, me and my wife like to think that
something weird's going on.
Matt's got like some Asian broad with huge fake ass tits.
And that's what's really going on at the DW?
And he was caught in the DW. And that's why Amy doesn't want to go there. Because she knows what has been marching in and out of that fucking DW.
That's awesome. That's great. I love.
Oh, yeah.
See, I knew I liked your wife.
Because the show itself is boring as fuck.
No, of course not. But
you got to make it fun.
And they're very straight. And then, Christians are really good about the darker side of what's going on when you're Christian out front.
Yeah.
So that'd be wonderful.
Matt is into some wonderful things. If they're not bringing it up on this quote Christian type show.
I hope you're right. Where's the daughter? What happened to the daughter?
Oh, she got a job, man,
in another state.
I forgot what state, but she's nowhere near Portland anymore.
Okay,
she got a job, so she's out for a bit.
I think we got it.
And then the other son, I forgot his name. Jeremy, Zach, and Jacob.
Okay, right.
Jacob is a pothead in L.A.
Nice.
And he trashes his family.
Really?
Yeah, he says the whole show's bullshit, and it's written, and he never got paid properly, and he's basically like, fuck TLC, fuck my family.
Wow.
I might be exaggerating a little bit, but
that's okay.
Pretty close.
We can make shit up here.
So, so now they got Jeremy and Zach's wives involved with the show.
They should send us some salsa just for as much as we're talking about. I can't believe we can't get rolling.
A little pumpkin salsa?
Yeah, I think, let's try. I've got I've got a business idea I want to float to him. I got to get Matt on the phone.
Oh, he loves a good business idea.
I've got a pumpkin seed idea.
Yeah. But, before we wrap up, good news. The farm got a lot of rain and the pumpkins have been saved.
I saw that. Yes.
You did.
I did. I was really happy. Well, the minute, it's like a scene out of a Civil War film where they're holding the limp tobacco leaf and they're like, I don't know how we're going to save the crop this year, miss it.
Right.
And so the minute I saw that, I'm like, okay, they're going to fucking save the crop. Everything will be fine.
This is going to be driving Eric nuts because Eric Nagel, Erock, has been trying to turn me on to other TV shows for the longest time, and then I just picked complete and utter garbage.
Why is this garbage? This is the best thing. This started the whole wave of Little People shows.
Yes.
This is the cornerstone foundation, Ark of the Covenant of Little. There would not be a Little People show trend.
Yeah.
Had they not had the learning circus.
Well, the
not jumped on board.
Yeah, TLC figured out that we love watching Little People.
Or big tall people, or any weird, people. Or people with like 38 kids. That's a big thing.
I've said it for years. The TLC is getting away with murder because this is the sideshow shit.
They were Honey Boo Boo too, I think.
Yeah, it's all sideshow stuff, but you can't have an actual sideshow.
That's my favorite. That's a great one.
You got to package it better, and then it's okay to put all these quote freaks. They used to be freaks. I'll say used to because they were very different than the norm. So you couldn't just throw people, little people on TV. You had to package it in a family atmosphere or single gals or whatever the hell. And then it's okay to put it on TV. They know we're just watching these shows to go, holy fuck. She doesn't look bad in a tiny bikini. And the tiny people had a tiny baby. How's the tiny baby even going to survive?
I know. How did that come out of there? What's going on? Little Women was so successful that they're going to bring it to New York. The Little Divas. The Little Women.
I tapped out a little.
I never watched it. That's just the latest version of Whores.
Okay.
The Real Whores of Whoreville was such a big franchise. They decided to find a Little People whore version.
Yeah.
And then I guess that was so good that they're going to take the little whores around America as well.
Look at her. She's pregnant. Yeah. A little person pregnant.
There you go.
That's nuts.
Well,
That's crazy.
How do you think they have their children?
I don't know.
Did you think a magical beast brought them to them?
I thought they came down with a stork or a bean or something.
Some glitter.
Something, yeah. A unicorn brought the baby to the house.
Every little woman that's given childbirth is going, fuck you right now.
I know what they go through.
Good Lord.
I've seen it twice.
Oh, did you really?
Have you ever seen a baby
No.
born?
I mean, on film. Never on, in a health class or something. You watched both the birth. You watched, you were in there both times.
I bow to every woman.
Certainly. That's what every man has ever said that I met.
Every woman out
hands
there.
Hands down, yeah.
Because that vagina can do some ridiculous things, first of all. Second of all, you're in there going, I would never be able to handle this. There's no fucking way. What they are capable of doing with their vaginas is pretty amazing.
I have kidney stones forever, and when they first...
Forever?
Well, it comes and goes. It's hereditary, and so once you have them, you're kind of stuck with them. You can control it in certain factions, but I still have it. It'll come and go. But anyway, the first time I had it, they was like, this is the same pain that a woman... They actually had the balls, some male doctor, to equate this. This is the severe pain that a woman goes through in childbirth. And I was like, fuck you from the beginning, because the little rock... it fits through my pee hole. It's small. My pee hole is big enough to pee out this little rock. It's not a birthday party.
Yeah.
It's painful as shit.
Yeah.
But the lady is pushing out a goddamn bowling ball through something that's not big enough for a bowling ball to come out of, and somehow or another, holy Jesus, it works. So how dare you tell me that? I know the kidney stone, not a fun thing, but the little rock was tinier than the hole.
You know when you tell women that, because a lot of times they do the kidney stone scenario, women will get very insulted. Now take your kidney stone scenario and turn that into a cue ball.
That won't fit out, right?
A cue ball, and now watch your pee hole do something that you didn't think the pee hole could ever do.
Or would want it to do again.
Where it expands into this. I get in trouble when I talk about this.
Why?
It expands into...
We're praising the...
I don't know, a flower monster.
Something. Yeah, Venus flytrap. I see where you're going. God. Feed me, Seymour.
So imagine your pee hole is capable of doing that and the cue ball comes out. Then you fully would understand what women can go through with child.
I'd never want to see that goddamn cue ball again. I know that. I wouldn't want it, much less swaddle it and take it home.
Oh, right.
I wouldn't be holding and petting the cue ball and going, "Come live with me forever."
Oh, Erock.
So why he's laughing about something?
Yeah, it does look like that. Erock's laughing his ass off. What'd you laugh at? The fact that I called it a flower monster?
Yeah, but that's the Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Well,
nice.
You know what? I mean, if I could,
I see. Okay,
if I could take a marker to that and touch it up a little bit, I think we're getting somewhere.
Something like that.
Give it a pinkish hue.
And then what's fucked up? These women will scream bloody murder in the delivery room, and within a minute they're beyond happy, crying, holding a baby, and thinking nothing of what just happened.
Well,
they're crazy. These women.
Well, it stops once it gets out. I guess the pain's over.
Oh, really?
Well, I would think.
Let me punch you in the head 100 times and tell me if the pain stops after the 100th punch.
Probably not, but maybe it does for them.
There's no way it stops.
Well, get a woman.
Human.
I'm sure there's a mom on the phone that can tell us it must go away to an immense degree. If it's at a 10 plus on the pain meter, once you have the kid, it's got to drop down to a 2. I would hope.
I think our ancestors fully understood that women were far superior.
Well, everybody knows
to
that.
men.
That's an easy
and then, but we figured some shit out and got big muscles, and then decided to keep them the fuck down before they took over the world.
Right. Before it turns into Amazonia.
Yes. We figured it out just in time, I think.
There it is again. That's awful.
My brother just texted. Let me see. I think he's, okay. My brother, I didn't know he was watching Oak Island. Maybe he's watching Oak Island because of me.
I hope not.
Yeah, don't watch Oak Island. Don't see Pervert Park, and never, ever, ever push play on Dear Zachary.
Yes.
And fuck Morgan Spurlock
for tricking you. Are you open to hunting Hitler? I'm trying to decide if I should jump on the hunting Hitler train.
You know what?
It's the same story, because you would have if he got out, we'd know by now. There certainly could be nothing to this hunting Hitler, and yet.
I think the problem is you watch one episode and it's over, Johnny.
You're stuck again.
The History Channel knows how to string you along.
See, I'm better at quitting than you are, I think.
Well, I got a little OCD in me there, Vic.
Right. I'm sure I've got all kinds of things.
I think you've figured that out by now.
There's a whole team of doctors.
My brother, the whole effing episode, I think he's talking about Oak Island, yes, was about looking for the stone in an old building, that's what Vic said, which did not have the stone, and the old broad revisiting the site to cry over her loved ones who fell in. Dummies!
He's right. Well said.
My brother has my anger.
We should
or
just
I
make
have
him
his anger, or we both have my mom's anger.
That's great.
Oh, he gets annoyed too. So what? It's an old house, so then I don't get this.
No. They're
Where was the stone supposed to be?
Back in the 1800s, in one of the first excavations, they found a stone 90 feet down, and it had these inscriptions on it, and they called it the 90-foot stone. And then they lugged it into town, and it was on display for a long time.
Right.
And then they took it into Halifax, Nova Scotia, the capital, I think, and put it on display there where people could come look at it as to lure people out for tourism.
Sure.
And then when that building changed hands or whatever, the thing disappeared, and now nobody has seen it, and since the 60s.
And they thought they found
it. The 20s. There wasn't even a picture of it. It was in the store supposedly from 1890 to 1920 for 30 years. And yet, even though there were newspapers and photography at that time, there's no picture. Not one person snapped a photograph of the stone in the window.
So this is one big fucking prank that happened.
It is
a couple hundred years ago.
It's a goof.
Because they teased this episode like they found the stone. And that was the stone that was down at the 90-foot level in the money pit?
They haven't found
it. In the damn money pit?
Right. And they said the guy's poor son, he goes in the basement of the original building, and then they go, oh, maybe it's not that building, let's go over here. There's a Halifax men's club.
Yeah.
And a member there told his son in 1982 that it was in the floor.
Yeah.
So they go hauling ass up there, they walk around the basements of all these places, and that's where the kid stands there and goes, wow, this was really great that we didn't find a goddamn thing. He was so positive. There's nothing. Edit it. At least cheat me on the edit. Mm-hmm. Show me where he's excited other than he finds Jack Fuck and with a wide-eyed enthusiasm. This is we're learning so much that we don't know shit.
This show cheats you on the edit. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
All of a sudden they give a look like, And then I'm trying to think what it actually is. Like, you think they found the Ark of the Covenant, and it's a guy farted in his scuba gear or something.
They found a boarded up archway because there were underground tunnels in the city of Halifax.
Yeah.
And so they shine a light on that, and they're like, well, now we know why it disappeared. We didn't know there were underground tunnels. So they act like they actually act like they learned something about why it's not there.
Right.
No, we didn't know there were underground tunnels, so obviously somebody took it and went through the underground tunnels, and that's why we can't find it.
Oh, okay. So that'll be another 5 years where they explore the underground tunnels.
I had nothing to do at 2:30.
I'm going to watch.
No,
I can't give up on this shit.
That confirmed that I should. I was only watching because I was so adamant that I wouldn't watch again. So I was hoping you'd come in today having not watched it, just where I could go, okay, I watched it.
I didn't watch. I tried, like I said.
Yeah, we've changed places.
And then I decided to go with Little People Big World.
I'm going hunting Hitler. I'm telling you, I'm going hunting Hitler. I'm going to call my friend who actually was a Nazi hunter, and I'm going to find out beforehand how stupid this is, because I know the answer to this.
All right. When I saw... Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go to Murray. Yes, Murray. I got you, buddy. Murray in Florida. Got me and Vic today.
What's going on?
Hey, we're doing good. I think Anthony's checking in a little while if you want to stick around. What do you got, buddy?
I'll definitely do that. So it's kind of a truth bomb, but nobody really knows. Every now and then I'll tell the story. But when my wife was giving birth to my son, I was holding one leg, her mom was holding the other, and when his head first started crowning, it was about the size of a tennis ball, just the very tip of it. Like the very first top of a tennis ball. And I was thinking to myself, I always thought their heads were bigger than this.
Yeah.
And little did I know the rest of this so-called bowling ball you guys were talking about followed out.
Yeah, the rest of the turkey.
Oh, yeah.
Cake.
Yeah.
The shoulders.
Huh?
I mean, good God. It's amazing.
Oh, so when you want to play your little fantasy, how does this feel? Does this hurt?
Look out, guys.
Oh, yeah, it hurts all
Thanks,
right.
man.
I could pass an anchor through this thing. What the fuck? Telling you, man, they rule the world. They rule the fucking world.
Yeah, my mom's still mad at me for being breached. Because she got to do the drugs with the first two, and she couldn't do drugs on me because they had to wait for me to turn around. And she still teases me about it to this day.
Wow.
That I was a pain in the ass to give birth to, but I was easy to raise. That's her little caviar.
You came out hard, but that was the hardest day of my life with you.
Yeah.
Been nothing but an angel ever since, Vic. Right?
Well, right.
The breech babies, man. Didn't they just say... Bye?
I don't know.
I think in the old days, if you had a breech baby, you weren't going to be born, and I think they said fuck it to the mom, too.
No, they're just worried that the umbilical cord will get tangled around your neck.
Nowadays, yes, but look up breech babies in the past. There was a whole thing. They thought you guys were wizards or something coming out. And they had, I'm telling you, look it up. Look it up. Or someone call in if they know.
Look at Normal Baby, Breech Baby, Frank Breech. That was the lead singer for the Pixies.
Go old school breech babies, or from the olden days, or I don't know, turn of the century breech something. Or the legend of breech babies.
That's an old Mark Twain story.
You know what I read about Google today? They're the first ones that are going off the grid with their electricity.
They're going green?
They're going to go wind farms and solar.
That's what I meant, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I should have said yes
that's
to that.
Wonderful.
But I think that's kind of amazing.
If you can pull it off, any company
Google's
should.
its own city.
No,
Yeah,
I understand that.
Right.
But they're the first company that said, we are good. We don't need any electricity. With our wind farms and solar, we can power everything.
They brought in grief counselors to help everybody when Hillary Clinton didn't win the election.
No.
Yes, they did.
No, they
yes,
didn't.
They did. My friend's son works for the New York branch, and I don't know about out in California, but in the New York office, because he texted his mom immediately, and he was neither Trump nor Hillary. He just thought it was funny. He loves Google, and it's a great company, but he sent his mom, he goes, you're not going to believe it. They've got a massage therapist with the chairs, and then and grief counseling to help everybody try to relax and calm down.
I'd go for a free massage.
That's what I would just lie.
I'm so distraught.
Absolutely. I'm eat up. I need some weed to help me with my distraughtness.
Do they bring in the dogs?
I don't know. That they just have
the therapy dogs?
Some puppies.
Well, you're laughing. This is what happens. They did it with the colleges.
They brought in the therapy dog.
Yes. I think it's an insult to our, for people that actually really need that stuff.
Certainly.
There's a guy that was hired at Lowe's. Why do I know this shit? I wouldn't know this shit if I wasn't sitting here right now.
The big box store?
Lowe's hired a guy and his service dog. Because he basically said, I need my service dog on the job.
Okay, all right.
And they did the right thing.
Well, that's cool.
And they hired both of them.
That's fine.
Anyway, you're wincing over there, Eric, I say.
Yeah.
He's reading something else.
No, he's got, he's getting some dental work done.
Yeah.
We talked about it on the air a little bit.
Yeah.
You're getting your chipped tooth fixed?
Teeth. Yeah.
Teeth.
This is the second stage. This is, today was all the chemical treatment for an hour and a half, and it's just been a lovely day since.
What is it? They're just trying to make the color of the teeth all the same color?
Yeah, it's bleaching the teeth plus adding stuff in it to strengthen the enamel.
Right.
So it gets absorbed into your teeth, and it's just hitting every nerve randomly all day. So all my front teeth on top and the bottom are just, firing.
Like you're being electrocuted.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're not up for Del Frisco's later then? Probably not.
I don't know if I can do steak, but I'm sure they have other things.
They'll figure something out.
I like how he rallied there. It only took him 8 seconds.
They got that lemon cake.
Oh, Erock will rally.
No, he went from every stinging, painful, I don't know about steak.
I love that it's only steak.
Some cream of broccoli would be
They got
wonderful.
a good French onion down
They
there.
have and a lovely lemon cake, I think.
I don't know if you want a hot soup on those teeth right now.
No, I gotta stay sort of room temperature.
Do you get the gas when you get the rest of the treatment, or just the local?
I will for the last stage of it. The first stage was 4 shots in the top of the gums, and then 1 under the teeth and the roof of the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when all the drilling and all the fun stuff was happening. This was all the chemical treatment for it was 3 stages and a half an hour treatment each, and then in a couple of weeks will be the final crowns and matching everything else up.
Man, you ever get your teeth whitened?
No.
It's not fun.
No,
I did it years ago, and you get these
Very painful.
You get these pings of pain. Because
Yeah.
what is it? It's bleach or whatever, right? Some kind of chemical, and your teeth are so porous that it goes in there and just hits right onto the nerve.
The ones who do it the right way, it's this chemical that absorbs into your teeth, and your teeth grow from inside out. So it goes in there, and then as your teeth are growing, it fuses in. Fuses in with your teeth. God damn. And yeah, and so it stays and builds in with the new calcium and everything with your teeth.
Yeah.
But it hurts for the next couple of days. It's going to be.
But what's weird is the pain is unbearable for real.
It's like, yeah.
But just when you can't take it anymore, it goes away. It's like these split seconds of just horrendous pain that goes shooting through your whole mouth.
Yeah, it's like when you put a paper clip in where a filling used to be.
Why would you say that?
That's what you did in school.
I remember.
Like, oh, my filling came out.
Oh, God. What about chewing on tinfoil?
No, that
didn't bother you?
Well, in school I didn't have tinfoil, but you did have paper clips or thumbtacks,
If the nerve's dead, a la Marathon Man, then it doesn't hurt at all.
Tinfoil on cavities. Try it right now. It's not fun. Not fun.
No.
Being from Alabama, I'm not allowed to participate in a lot of dental conversations. I don't have a lot to add.
Oh my God! You want help with your kidney stones?
So no, because I know I'm well, sure.
See what this
I'm
guy
gonna
says,
know. I'm
though?
going to know everything this person tells me.
Eric, are you good? Anything else to add? I didn't want to.
No, that's it for now.
Okay, I know you're just miserable today with your teeth.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Derek on Long Island. Derek.
Jay, what's going on?
What's up?
It's been a long time since I've called. This is going to be the greatest phone call Vic Henley has ever had because I've suffered from kidney stones all my life. You know what it's like. It's like the worst thing in the world. All right, I don't know what you're doing now for them, but here's what you're going to do. As we get older, we don't really manufacture magnesium anymore, so you might know about this, but if you take 250 milligrams of magnesium every day, that should help you. And when you, and Vic, you know this, when you start getting those stones, you get maybe a couple minutes warning where you kind of feel like it's coming on and then you're in tremendous pain. There's a product, you can get it at most of the vitamin stores, but it's called Stone Free. If you take some
Jimi
of those.
Hendrix.
Yeah, exactly. I guess Third Rock from the Sun was taken. So with
I like it.
How about the Rolling Stones between a rock and a hard place?
Right. Oh, we can do this all day.
Aerosmith rocks.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
Look for Stone Free. You should. You pop like 3 of those. Within minutes, the pain is gone.
and it's amazing.
Okay, I knew about the magnesium thing, and he's right. It does work tremendously, and I've been doing that for at least 8 or 9 years. I had not heard of the Stone Free.
Right.
So.
Yeah, you gotta find it. It's amazing. I felt like I was getting one in July, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't go through this shit again.
Right.
You know what it's like.
Oh, I know. Once the pain starts with me, I know it's too late, and you just got to ride it out. I've got to pass that one. They don't go away.
How long does it take?
It just depends on how big it is and where it is and how much it's got to move.
When was the last time you had one?
About 10 years ago.
Oh, so you're due.
Yeah. But they pop up I'm on like a 17-year cycle. It's like the goddamn cicadas. They pop up on me every now and then. But I'm across my fingers. I've been pretty good for a long time, and I do attribute to the manganese.
You're like a California earthquake. You're due. You're due for another one.
San Andreas kidney.
I should have went San Andreas. That would have been much better. Thank you, Derek.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, we're heading toward our first break, so I don't mean to cut you short, but now Erock, show him. This is your mouth?
Yeah, that was the first stage.
Wait,
Jesus.
Are you getting all your teeth done?
They have to, yeah. They had to do everything.
My God.
Wait, you're getting brand new teeth?
No, I'm getting new teeth in the front, the top two.
Yeah.
But they have to match everything else out. So
what are we looking at?
Right now you're looking at my mouth that's covered in this red gel that is supposed to add enamel and whiten your teeth.
It's a new technology. It's called gummy worm braces.
Yeah, that's what it is. Exactly.
Raspberry.
Exactly what it looks like.
Or a mouthful of blood.
I was trying to spin it positive.
I'm giving you the honest answer.
So you're getting
Jesus Christ.
Wait, you're getting all your teeth done, or just the top two?
The top two are being replaced with crowns, but they have to treat all my teeth
around it.
Okay, but those are your original teeth. They're just treating them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they had to make fake gums, which is what the blue stuff is.
Right.
To protect your gums from the bleach, and yeah, it's a whole to-do.
Who's your dentist, Mengele?
You can see that picture, by the way. We'll tweet it out for the people. It's on your Instagram, right?
No, but you can put it up on the
I thought I just saw it on...
That's Facebook.
Oh, it was on your Facebook?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll send a link out on our Twitter account. Opie Show is our Twitter account. Vic Henley's on Twitter at Vic Henley, and my personal one is Opie Radio. Let me see if there's Vic Henley. Okay, yeah, someone. Oh, all right. Let's say hi to Mike in Nebraska. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, I just gotta say I love Vic Henley. He had a brilliant callback, and you guys missed it. He said his mom said he had a difficult birth, but he was easy to raise. That was her little caviar.
Oh, you fuck!
I did. Yes.
I totally get it now.
Thank you,
did
sir.
You really say that?
I did.
Good for you.
It was brilliant.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I don't even want to explain it.
Go Big Red, baby. Go Big Red.
Love you guys.
The faithful listeners understand that one, so I'm not even going to explain it.
Somebody brought it up yesterday.
Yeah, you said that. Fuck it.
That was an homage.
Bernard Hopkins, wanting to sound smart, messed up a little bit. He said caviar instead of caveat.
I don't know if maybe he just got excited and mispronounced. I don't know if he was necessarily wanting to sound smart as I backpedal out of this before he comes in there and clocks fucking both of us. He was a little wound up and misspoke. Yeah, I'll give him that.
I think he's somewhere right now boring the hell out of someone.
Or terrifying them.
Being a little wordy. What am I doing? I like the guy. I just wish he would give us a chance to actually talk to him.
God Almighty, he's a legend. There were things I really wanted to ask him that I'm sure would have been amazingly insightful about.
Yeah. You know, the last two times especially in here, it's been a little...
If De La Hoya had been with him, you think that tamps it down? Does that like rein him in? It's the same thing.
No, I don't.
Doesn't matter. Oscar would have been standing here like everybody else, just wide-eyed and flat-footed, like when they fought.
I don't even think Trump could, calm him down. I think he controls every single fucking room he's in.
We should get him on Celebrity. Well, it's too late. There'll be no more Trump on Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah. All right, one more call, then we are going to take a break. Mike in Utah, go ahead.
Hey, guys. Big fan of the show.
Thank you, Mike.
Hey, so going back to the wonders of birth and what these women go through, I thought that I had seen it all. I thought it was time to watch my child being born, and he has an abnormally large head, like a big head. So not only is this my girl going through labor, then she has to have an episiotomy. You guys ever hear what an episiotomy is?
We were fortunate enough where we didn't have to deal with that, but it's basically a
little snip,
a snip from the vagina all the way to the asshole.
and I witnessed it, and it ruined my life. All right, guys, punching out.
Look,
I'm sure that's not the first dude that said that, by the way.
Oh man, we had a deal. My wife's like, don't
go in there.
She goes, don't leave my shoulder.
Oh.
I mean,
she didn't want you down there. That's a good piece of advice.
She was smart enough. I mean, I took my peeks.
Still.
But I wasn't right,
No, I like that.
Right there.
That's goddamn good
She's
advice.
Like, look, I love that you're in here.
Eye contact.
And you're helping me out, but don't fucking leave your position.
I got it. I like it.
And then her mom, it was me and her mom, which is weird. And her mom was holding the leg, and her mom was down there. And her mom's giving me looks like, holy fuck, you got to see this. And I'm like, really?
Her mom didn't have that view when she was born, so it's a whole other perspective.
So that's when I was leaning as far as I could from my vantage point. Yeah. Oh, women, I bow to you every fucking time. I know you're superior to us.
Now, this is why I
just know it.
My older brother was meaner than shit because he's waiting outside. My middle brother is in there when my niece is being born, and he sees everything, and he's running the roller coaster of emotions from terrified to crying. He's happy, and he comes out after seeing it all, and my older brother's waiting for him, and he was like, how was it? And he was like, it was the greatest, most terrifying thing, but he's like tearing up. And my older brother gives him no empathy at all. He's like, buck it up, pussy. He's like, I just created life. You're this woman. I cannot believe the women are the greatest creatures. Shut up, Dick. Where are the cigars?
Where's the cigar?
He just fucking totally wouldn't let him have his moment, which was just like shell shocked, basically. But he didn't have anything to do with it.
Eric, why do we have to break if the flow's going? What's going on?
Well,
you got a surprise for us today?
Well, in 10 minutes, you'll have a phone call from somebody.
Oh, Anthony, I already told the people that I'm
Eddie
talking.
Trunk's going to stop by.
Oh, Eddie's going to stop by? That's good. I got a message from somebody.
Okay.
I got to just read it.
Okay.
I truly.
Is it pajamagram? Because they're asking you to do the read.
Whatever. I truly can't help myself at times, Vic. Great flow going. Keep it up. No Jerry Cooney today.
Can I ask who that's from? I know. It doesn't matter. It's just someone that's in your phone.
Sure, the person that sent it to me is a wonderful cook.
He's
a wonderful cook. I could easily be doing what I do.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Easily.
Is he perhaps from a nation that recently lost a dictator?
Oh, no.
Okay,
He's a
him.
wonderful cook related to me.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay, all right.
It's my brother, Brett.
I was going to say.
From F.H. Riley's in the heart of Huntington Village, 400 New York Avenue.
Plug the restaurant, baby.
Yeah, so. I know what I was at the gym today. One more thing, Eric. I'm sorry, because it wraps up everything. Bernard Hopkins, what made me laugh at the gym today was the fact that we told Jerry Cooney to come all the way in here for that. For that.
Oof. And he was happy and was prepared.
Oh, he was happy to be here.
But he was prepared. He too was trying to elbow in some legitimate questions.
He came a long way, and he was well prepared.
Yes, he was. Bless his heart.
It was a complete waste of time that he was in the studio. In the studio yesterday. And that makes me very happy.
Well, it's not the first time Jerry Cooney's been steamrolled. So,
yeah. And we'll be back, I think, with Anthony. He's checking in today, or I asked him, and whatever. We're going to talk today. And then Eddie Trunk. Stay there.
Opie Radio is back.
Back with Vic Henley. That was a fun hour, Vic.
Well, as long as we can help people.
Now we got to do it again. What the fuck? What the fuck, man?
I think we're going to need some help.
We got help.
If only we knew someone who could help us with some heavy lifting.
I'm calling in the right-hander from the bullpen.
No shit, really.
I'm calling in the right-hander. I'm calling in the closer.
I think he's ambidextrous.
Opie.
Hi, Anthony. How are you?
I'm very well, sir. How are you today?
I'm good.
It's part of our court-appointed phone call session.
How many hours are left, Ant?
Oh, my God, right? No, absolutely a pleasure speaking with Opie. It's very nice that over the past couple of months, this has kind of broken the ice and stuff, and I enjoy it thoroughly.
Well, what I'm thinking is, as soon as I feel secure about the new show, then I don't need to do these calls anymore.
That's it.
Because these assholes out there, you know why he's doing it, don't you? Don't you?
But what's in it for Anthony?
Right. You know they still hate each other, but they need each other.
Oh, my God. It's been such a whirlwind year. I've actually spoken with Joe DeRosa.
Yes.
And the other day, two nights ago, I had a great text back and forth for about 45 minutes with the great Bill Burr.
Wow.
Outstanding.
I know.
That is outstanding. Mr. Burr's going to be a father, too. Did you talk about that with him?
Holy shit, I did not talk. We talked about the election.
Oh, okay.
That was about it, but wow, a father.
Oh, you didn't know that?
God, I did not know that. Holy shit.
Man.
That's an interesting concept right there.
Why?
Because you hear about the stories of his dad.
Yes.
And how he was with Bill.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't it interesting, though? Parents can be either exactly like their parents were or completely the opposite if they think their parents were completely fucked.
I've decided to be the completely opposite guy, but I know that's just going to lead to brand new stupid things that I fuck them up with.
Brand new problems.
Yes.
Right? I don't know. You know what? You need a cat. That's what I got. I don't know how he grows up.
Good old cat. I love how
that's hilarious.
I love how you're spending the year mending bridges and I'm spending the year blowing up bridges. Man, someday we'll all be on the same fucking page.
I noticed you didn't say kitten, Aunt. You said cat, so you don't mean start from scratch.
You haven't seen his cat?
No. I know he has a cat. He's suggesting a cat for you.
Oh, right.
And he didn't say get a kitten. He said get a cat.
Well, they're going to.
I would definitely suggest getting a kitten, and don't adopt one. I know everyone goes adopt those poor things. You want someone else's fucking problem?
Yeah, no, you gotta get a brand spanking new one. But now the haters are gonna go with that. See, I told you he fucking hates Ope. Everyone knows Opie's allergic to fucking cats. And he's suggesting he gets a fucking cat.
Y'all are reading way too much into this shit.
Oh, really? Are we, Vic?
This is
Live our fucking lives.
This is way crazy.
Oh, the shit these guys pick apart. It's unbelievable.
I don't even understand.
No, I don't either. What are you going to do?
There's no understanding it. There's absolutely no understanding it. It's just
I'm sort of flattered that people will waste that much time on my stupid life and radio shows.
I was in here a few months ago, and some of this stuff came up, and I forgot who brought up the term, but they said radio wars, and then I asked the question if there really were radio wars, were there radio war reenactors?
Oh, that would be, yeah. Ooh, clones, Robin. How are things over there at Sirius XM Satellite Radio?
Oh, they are. Let me look down the hall. They are. They're all right.
He's got a great new office. You should come over and see his wonderful new office.
Oh, have you heard? I'm now in the hallway.
I hear you have a windowsill.
Yeah. Yeah, there's two.
It's a corner.
Is your office, but
yeah, that's true. Because Ron Bennington's in this studio before I get here. When I was doing the morning show, the studio was ours, so I felt like this was my lounge or office. And that we gave up our office space years ago to everybody else. So now I sit I sit on a windowsill. That's true.
Holy shit.
And
I remember that. I didn't need an office because I would come in usually minutes after the show started, and I would leave right when the show ended.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Well, who needs an office?
See?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. I'm adopting that same strategy, the one day a week I show up.
I'm starting to think that I'm being phased out.
Yeah, I thought.
Because I actually
you're like the old version of the iPhone.
Yeah.
They're not giving you the right updates. There's errors every so often. You just have to go down and get the new one every so often.
Yeah.
Well, I saw your video, and I was trying to read your lips, and I just couldn't figure out most of it. I saw a few things, but then I went and noticed a lot of people did read your lips and wrote down what they...
first of all, I made that video just to be an asshole. So when you're calling me an asshole, I'm like, thank you, because that's what I was going for.
Second, as opposed to all the other videos?
Oh, this guy wants to talk about videos. I know of a few videos that I could bring up right about now.
God damn.
Oh, this is good.
This is a fucking arms race.
Really good. Come on.
We both have a
fucking good one.
We both have our fingers on the button. Who's gonna fucking push first?
Don't you dare either one of you push the fucking button. I'm enjoying this too much.
God, that's fucking funny.
What do you want to know? So I think I'm being phased out because, I bitched about, a place to sit before a radio show, and they're like, oh God, no one has an office around here. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll continue sitting in, I'll continue sitting in the hallway. I'm sorry that I brought that to your attention. But basically, the channel's going away and they're calling it, Faction Talk.
Oh, so there's Faction and then there'll be Faction Talk.
And they're bringing over, Jason Ellis.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like Jason Ellis, but now people are making believe they like Jason Ellis. I actually don't have a real problem with the guy, but
once again, I know zero about this, and I'm happy.
You're happy again?
Oh wow! We just popped up a picture of your office. It's a rolling chair by a window. It really looks like at any time you could just jump out that window.
Yeah, it's not a bad option.
I've seen him tapping on the glass. I've seen him test the temper of the glass.
I actually come in around 2:15. And I sit there with my guys to, try to prepare for the show a little bit. Cause I just need a place to sit before I do this.
And sometimes they steal sometimes they steal his chair and he even has to find the chair.
Well, that's how fucked up. That's how fucked up this place is.
That's why I'm giggling.
Yeah, they're taking my chair on purpose because I made that my spot.
Of course they are.
Some people have equated it to office space with the guy with the stapler.
Of course,
Milton.
Yeah,
good old Milton.
Yeah,
yes,
Milton. Yeah. Oh, we're going to need you to go ahead and move on into the hallway.
Right. Yeah.
Do you see any of the brass, like a Scott or Johnny Wicklin or anything?
Well, I told Scott I was leaving when he was taking the channel away because the channel was something that me and you built, obviously, and then after you left, I mean. Besides all the bullshit, I also felt the responsibility to try to keep the damn thing going a bit. And now the whole thing's going away, and I'm like, man, I don't believe in what you guys are trying to do here. I'm out. And then he said something like, what, are you going to go do a podcast with Anthony?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
So it's a little weird around here, to say the least.
I guess it's a little uncomfortable, but it's always been, if that's any consolation. I don't think I was ever comfortable with the satellite radio platform and the brass they put in place. When it was XM, it was a different animal. But when it turned into Sirius, it just became a very weird place to work.
Yeah, I think we enjoyed our years with XM a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. I got the guys from OutQ over there at Sirius. They record their show here, and they just left, and they talk about what the fuck went on over there with them, and it's hilarious, commiserating.
Wait.
Sure, I bet.
Why are the OutQ guys over there?
They tape their show. They use the studio and tape it. Yeah, the Focus Group. The Focus Group, it's called. And they come in, and it's just great. They're so nice and so gay. And when they're done with the show, they just, hi, Anthony, hi. It's so sweet, and we love them.
Right.
You get to hang out with Charles Nelson Riley every day.
Nobody likes them.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Are you talking about Derek and Romaine?
What's that?
Tim Bennett and John Nash.
Tim Bennett and John. I don't even know any of these people. So what? They got the boot from Sirius XM, and now they're doing it on their own, and they're recording at Anthony's place. I gotcha.
Yeah. So, but they said, the situation that they went through over there, it's whatever it is, but
Right.
I don't fucking. I don't give a shit over there. Whatever's going on over there.
I'm just trying to figure out what's next. I'm not even going to make believe I'm not. So we'll see what happens in the new year. But what are you guys talking about today?
Today we got the guys from Delco Proper, Comedy Central, are on. Tommy and Tim hanging out.
Yeah. They're cool guys, by the way.
What's that?
I was just going to say they're cool guys. I had them on because of Ron Bennington.
Yeah, Ronnie B.
Right.
Ronnie was on yesterday, and it was pretty fucking hilarious. He's just... You just can't get anything past him.
No, of course not.
He sees right through you.
Yeah, that's why I avoid him at all costs.
No, I grabbed him in the hallway yesterday and said, "We're going to smuggle you inside his overcoat and get you in here."
Right.
And I'm going to bring R.D. Lang in through the back stairs, and we're just going to sit here and watch the whole fucking building implode.
Yeah. You just feel like you can't get anything past the guy, and it's frustrating and very intimidating.
Yeah, but I think I think he likes to deflect.
He's good either way, I'm telling you.
Because I think he doesn't want to be bothered with some questions himself. So when
yeah.
all right, so you know that. Okay.
He fesses up to that whole thing, and he'll definitely deflect.
Yeah, and he'll deflect in a way where you're like, oh, boy, I think I'm going to walk the other way instead of pass him in the hallway. I'm like, you could see him 20 feet away and go, he knows everything I'm thinking right now.
He's very smart.
Yes, he is.
You know, everyone here is pretty like-minded about the election and whatnot, but I could imagine over there, you must have seen some people on the verge of tears over there.
I don't. Really? One of my guys is saying yes. I don't wander around enough that I actually saw for myself, but I think, some people were pretty distraught. I'm excited by this Trump guy now.
It's just amazing. Yeah, like what he's doing before he even has the gig is pretty amazing. I think it's going to be a fun at least 4 years.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. Eric was saying what?
The women's bathroom was covered in Post-it notes. Like they did down in Union Square in the subway station. They put up those Post-it notes to express their feelings about the election.
Oh, that's how you get it out?
Every girl here was posting on their Instagram that the photos of the women's room with the mirrors and everything all covered in Post-it notes and lady empowerment.
I was going to ask how you knew. Were you pissing?
Thank you, Jim Florentine.
Remember you asked me about the changes around here at SiriusXM? Somebody around here is going through a change.
Yes.
Did you take a picture of the post?
Erock.
Yes. Did you take a picture of the Post-it notes?
There's a lot of them.
We call him Erock.
She-Rock.
Missed you too, Ed.
Kick saving the beauty.
I love it.
What were some of the notes on the Post-it notes?
You couldn't read it, but you just saw all these decorative Post-it notes and clips about Hillary and women's empowerment all over the wall.
Yeah, but the problem is the only reason Trump is the president is because the women didn't come out and vote for Hillary. Everyone knows that. Right, Ed?
They all thought she was going to get the women's votes, the black votes, the Hispanic votes, and no one. If you looked at everybody that wanted to vote for Trump, they were chomping to get out and vote for him. The people that voted for Hillary, they had to be pulled out of their houses, put on buses, and forced to vote for her.
Who's
so true. Fucking win at that point? Who's really got the upper hand?
They thought they were going to give blood.
Yeah, they did.
Right.
They dragged them out of their houses to vote. It had, aside from the news and the polls, every other indicator said that Trump was going to win this fucking thing.
I know. I wish I went with my gut. And then I think we went over this already. I got scared and I said, there's no way he's going to win this thing.
Yeah, I thought the fix was in totally. I wasn't even paying attention.
Right. But me and Vic, I think we were talking about yesterday or last week that, I think it was Madonna. I don't want to ever agree with Madonna, but she said the reason, Trump won is because women hate women. And it's that whole Mean Girls thing.
Wow, you know what? You could be right there. Girls really are kind of catty with the other girls, huh?
I agree, Ant. That's totally. There's a lot of legs to that argument.
When guys have a problem, they blow off a incredibly successful radio show, and then they don't talk for 2 years,
and then.
But women,
If it was women, we never would have spoken another word ever.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Yes, if it was women,
no, it would be. We
would still not be talking.
It'd be Carrie Underwood. You'd be keying a car and burning down a seed and setting
right. Some vindictive shit.
Right.
Yeah, they are vindictive like that. I think like when you have a president, like when Obama ran, you had black people proud that a black guy was going to be president, so they went out and voted. Like a shitload of black people voted. But women are kind of like, oh, the first woman president? Well, who says she should be the first woman president?
Yes. That's exactly what played into this.
I agree wholeheartedly. Yes.
Yeah. Now you're 100% right. So
you don't get that camaraderie between women like that.
And then Trump was voted Man of the Year by Time. That's no real.
But then remember, back in I think 38, so was Hitler.
Yes, he was.
I went with Pac-Man in the 80s. That was my favorite one.
Yeah.
I think it was Pac-Man one year.
Oh, Pac-Man?
Yeah, no,
for real.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Well, that game was pretty popular.
Well, it's if you read the criteria, anybody can. Stalin, I think was in there maybe.
Yeah. Trump was very proud of the Time magazine cover. He had a statement on it saying he was very proud. He grew up reading Time, and it's a great magazine. And then it said it wasn't the United States of America. It was the divided States of America, president of the divided States of America. And it's like, that's kind of a jab at him, I think.
Yeah, of course it is.
He's divisive.
Certainly.
And I don't think he picks up on that. I think I think he just looked at the picture and was very happy.
I think everyone could agree this country is extremely divided right now. Maybe even more than the Obama years. I think we're heading toward even more divisive.
I think so, but I don't care. I'm just able to say, Trump president now!
You've been waiting 8 years for that. Yeah.
Obama president now!
I'm not going to lie. I mean, Obama drove Anthony nuts, and it kind of made me chuckle inside.
Anybody driving anybody nuts makes me, tickles the shit out of me.
But it's over now, and Anthony is free. He's a free man.
Yes, I am free. I am
to do
free
what I want.
to fly like a bird. It is amazing. It's a lot of fun. I think this guy is going to be an animal. I think he's going to be on Air Force One, constantly winging around the world, getting face to face with a lot of people. I don't think you're going to see him disappear from the news for 2 weeks.
No,
I think he's going to be working, doing things. And I honestly think you're going to see the least vacation time ever taken by a president. This guy can't stop working. He loves it.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
That's one of the most interesting things, and I agree. And it's funny to me, no matter who the president is, they always bring out in the past 40 years, well, this fucker's taking more time off than anybody we've ever seen. And if you usually check the days, it hasn't mattered if it's been a Democrat or a Republican. They take a lot of goddamn vacations. Yeah. And one of the first things I thought of, I'm like, December 11th was what Ant just said. I'm like, ooh, I wonder if they'll be able to hammer him on the vacation things, because he's so not that.
I don't know what this guy like. I don't know what this guy likes to do when he's not insulting people.
Golf.
I don't even think he even likes playing golf. I really don't.
No, he likes building golf courses,
exactly.
But he doesn't really like playing golf. He likes to fucking work. That seems to be like every president after they're elected, after that rigorous, grueling campaign, they fucking disappear. They take a vacation. This guy went right up into Trump Tower, and he's accepting guests and dignitaries. And
calling the leader of Pakistan.
And
Taiwan.
Phone calls. Taiwanese phone calls that annoy the Chinese.
with no Cliff's notes. He doesn't even have the State Department sitting there feeding him the fucking crib sheet. No, fuck that shit. I'm ad-libbing.
I don't even know the guy's name, but that Taiwanese guy must have been like, holy fuck, is this great? This is going to piss off China.
To no end.
Unbelievable.
Well, obviously you didn't know the guy's name because it's a woman.
I was going to say there, Ant. Thank you.
Geez.
I was about to make that correction.
Oh, boy. They all look alike. Who are you kidding? What, I'm fired? What?
Who would know?
What?
Like that's one of those things as president-elect that who the fuck would know you're not supposed to take a call from Taiwan because you might piss off China.
Yeah.
Like, who fucking knows that?
I wouldn't know.
Ridiculous.
I'd be thinking it's all the world. I thought it was like a birthday. You're just calling me to congratulate me or whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
They lose their fucking minds. I don't know.
I know I'm not supposed to be taking any more phone calls from Anthony.
Did we just get a memo?
What are you going to do?
Is somebody waving outside the studio?
I do know that much.
So
I don't know about politics, but I know basic shit.
I think between the two of y'all, we can get enough equipment and do this fucking show in the lobby.
It's easy. You could do this anywhere nowadays. What was I going to tell you? Fuck. It was something about Trump. Oh, I wanted it. Last week, Pat Duffy called because it was the 10th anniversary of the baby bird.
Baby bird. 10 years since all that vomit went right into his face. Huh?
With Joe Rogan and Bill Burr was in studio, and of course Pat from Menaki was puking all over Pat Duffy. Then we went down memory lane. It was crazy. And then I texted you at a wrong fucking number because I wanted you to call in that day.
Oh, I remember doing that myself once.
Oh, laugh your goddamn heads off.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's fucking.
You were texting.
Oh my god. I don't even. I don't even know.
You were texting Jimmy that day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just so I know I'm not crazy. All right.
Oh, there was a lot of frustration there in that whole building, wasn't there?
Oh, boy, was there. What do you mean, was?
I only felt coddled and covered with love every time I was down there.
Yeah.
Seriously, because I just got to walk in here. I didn't give a shit. The comedians always liked it. We didn't care. We felt we were in the good place.
No, I mean, for the most part, me and Ann were professional about it.
Yeah, I didn't see y'all like girl fighting in the hallway.
I mean, there were times it was, but in general, we try to keep it, pretty positive in the room.
Right. Well,
absolutely.
We did try.
Vic, you enjoying my fucking chair, Vic?
No, I'm not in your chair. I'm not in your chair, and I'm not. And the answer to that, no, never.
First of all, no one really wants to sit in that area. But when the studio was redone, I purposely made sure that your chair isn't really there because it's just because it's not right. It just
it was a little
See, the end spot was right here.
Yep.
People don't know that. I purposely it's moved over. But people will
like
still
a little to keep that fucking memory away.
No, because I knew no one would want to sit in your actual seat. These guys didn't want to do that.
Sometimes he puts a little candle on there and lights it and just stares at it.
Yes, a little free bird.
Yeah, there you go.
Little free bird.
Simple man.
There's only one.
Like the Jews do on Passover or something.
It's the famous free bird. There's only one man that could sing this next song, and he's not here today.
Oh God!
So we're just going to shine a light on this microphone stand and put a hat on it, and then let the fucking crowd sing the song.
Is that what they do?
Oh,
dude,
God.
I went to the Garden and saw Billy Joel the other day.
Yeah.
And it was just, because you're from Long Island, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And did you hung out with him one night?
Well, first of all, I met him for the first time at BAB when I was an intern. He was sitting right next to me for one of those Charity Begins at Home, and he was working the phone bank. But yeah, I absolutely was drinking wine with him at that club in Huntington, the Paramount, for an STP show.
Oh, right, that was it. Yeah, I couldn't remember when or where it was, but...
You've been there, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Paramount is such an amazing venue, and they're so cool over there, so I want to see STP, and they put me in behind the soundboard. There's this sort of VIP area, kind of, and next thing you know, I'm just hanging out with Billy Joel because his daughter was there for STP. And we're just chit-chatting and clinking our glasses and having a good old time. I mean, just small talk, to be completely honest. I'm not going to oversell it. But it was definitely fun.
You didn't know him from back in the day, Ant? You never met him down through the years?
No, I never got to meet him. We went to the Garden and saw him last week, and it was amazing. The motherfucker, first of all, every song is a hit.
Yeah.
That's, a given. And his voice is still right there. Right there.
Right.
Very, very cool. I know Billy Joel isn't like something for everybody, but
no, you got it.
Like I said, the guy had a lot of radio hits, man. So he had to be doing something right.
I don't see how you could walk in there and not walk out just not going, that was fucking a kick-ass good time.
Yeah,
how do you walk away from that sad?
Yeah.
It's just fucking amazing.
You don't have to sell that. You got to just respect Billy Joel.
Joel.
Whether you love him or hate him, you got to respect the guy. Holy fuck, he's been around forever.
Did you hear Opie saying respect? What a fag! Listen to the fag music.
He doesn't respect anyone.
Was he going to start dancing to Uptown Girl?
He's gonna do the rap from Can't Stop the Fire.
Oh God. Anyway, what was the other thing? Oh, we had Bernard Hopkins in here yesterday.
Yeah.
Remember how talkative that guy was?
Oh shit! All right.
I'm jarring your memory bank.
Yes.
You know how you just say hi and then he goes off for the next 20 minutes?
Oh, my God. Yes.
Yeah.
There was not getting a word in edgewise.
So, well, that went nowhere.
I stopped to take a deep breath.
They still had chemistry.
Yeah, they got chemistry. Oil and vinegar. Or wait, water. Shit.
Yeah, I know.
Fucked up. I stopped.
Yeah.
You caught it, though. You caught it before you finished the sentence.
He did.
That counts.
Yeah, let me get the Delco proper guys up here.
Okay.
And you and Mr. Henley have a great rest of your afternoon.
Yeah, you too.
What time is your show till?
6.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, we got a lot of filler.
3 to 6?
Yeah, I'm 3 to 6. What are you?
I'm 4 to 6.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, we're competing against
Can I come down and be on your show?
You son of a bitch. You want to leave now?
Nick, you know you're always, if Opie allows you...
No, there's no allowing shit. Fuck you.
What the fuck? I've never played that game.
No, there's no allowing.
I have never played that fucking game.
No, I got to come do it. I want to come do it. When you were out there in Purgatory, it was hard for me to take 3 trains and a dog sled team to get out to you. But now,
I know, yeah. It's much easier here.
Now that you're in town, yeah, certainly. I do want to come down and do it.
Garment district, as it were.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Always a pleasure, man. Very cool talking to you.
Absolutely.
A lot of fun.
I think I'm running into Keith very, very soon.
I hear tell of something. I don't know.
There's, yeah.
Once again, I don't know what you're talking about. So
I'm going to go talk to Keith.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. See you tomorrow.
I'm free tomorrow.
Right,
you want to go?
You want to go?
You want to go, Vic? All right, Aunt. Say hi to everyone over there. Happy holidays.
Take it easy, man. Have a good one. And Vic, take it easy. I'll see you soon.
Okay, buddy. Yes, I'll be in touch.
I said happy holidays, but I think I'm seeing you before then.
All right.
Whatever. Merry Christmas to
whatever.
You know, let's just end it there. Yeah. All right, Aunt.
All right. Take it easy, yo.
All right. Bye. There you go. That was fun.
We need that at least once a week.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Why? I'll tell you why. Because now
people get mad.
Now there's going to be problems.
They're going to put the band back together, or somebody's yelling. Everybody's mad.
Yes.
HR is going to get in the tizzy.
Yes.
You know, I love shit like that.
I know you do. I know you love it.
You know, not really having any benefits or nothing to lose. It's always easy for me to play fucking stir the pot.
Yeah, you're in a great position.
I'm in a good spot.
I'm in the I got to figure my shit out position.
Right. The worst that could happen to me is they take away the tiny little bottles of water that they won't give me enough of.
You want more? I got a couple over here.
I've been asking for regular water for 2.5 fucking years.
Well, that was certainly fun. Another good one. I think that's our 4th one.
Perfect. I'm telling you.
What?
Hang on.
Oh yeah, Eddie Trump.
Yes, we've had Eddie waiting for too long. I saw E flag him down.
I told him to wait. I said, you know, if I talk to Ann, it gets just me and him going back and forth, and then it's not fair to anybody else. Although Vic was in there. I was
trying to a couple of times.
Did good. What's up, Eddie?
Yeah.
What's up, Bob?
I forgot to tell Anthony. You said hi. You say hi.
Oh, good.
What's up, man? How are you?
Hey.
I'm Vic. Nice to meet you, man.
Oh, you guys never met?
I don't think so, no.
Vic Henley's a hilarious comedian and very, very good on the radio.
And Eddie knows more about music than I've ever forgotten.
I don't know about that.
Vic knows a lot, though.
So
I tell people all the time it's the only thing I know, though. I'm an idiot in all other ways.
I feel the same way frequently. Yeah. You know, but yeah.
What are you an idiot at? Like politics?
No, I follow politics. I'm a cable news junkie, so I watch that stuff. I'm an idiot with history. I'm bad with
Who
history.
needs history? What the fuck?
Today is Pearl Harbor Day. Did you
75 years ago today.
I heard about that.
I know that.
Start you out with an easy one.
There you go. Yeah. Anything else would be pretty brutal, though. I'll tell you that.
I know that.
I was happy to squeak out of school with D-minuses, man. I was brutal in high school.
Were you really?
Oh, not because I was dumb, but I didn't care about anything but music. And like everybody, I was the outcast in high school. I was made fun of, didn't go to the prom, all that shit.
It doesn't seem like a lot of creative people were just bad in high school.
My
Why
wife
is that?
said that. My wife said that the other day because my son was having this conversation. She said that to him too. She said not to be bad at grades, but he was, he's getting made fun of a little bit in school and stuff. She said, most of the people that go on to do some cool things and are creative, they were the same people. They didn't go to their prom. They got made fun of in school. I don't know why that is.
Right. Why are they making fun of your son?
He's a little chubby.
Right.
Like his dad.
Right.
And I don't know. I just, it's kids. He's 9.
So how do you handle that?
I told him to eat
kids
less.
could be brutal.
He told him to eat less.
Oh, you really?
Oh, yeah.
Do some push-ups.
No, well, he takes kung fu and stuff, but listen, I mean, that's a serious thing. I mean, he's got my gene. I've got 2 kids. My daughter's the complete opposite of my son. My daughter's 12. She eats nothing. Literally, I mean, it's a big concern in the other way because she just eats nothing but bread and cheese. That's it. And my son eats as much as me at 9 and eats everything you put in front of him. And he's not a fat kid, but he's definitely like me. He's, he's husky, as they used to call me.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I said, listen, you're going to get made fun of. I've been called every name in the book in my life. I said, you got to have a thick skin. You got to roll it off your back. And if you don't want to have a belly on you, eat a little less.
I hated those husky jeans, man. I had the husky jeans.
Yes, you did. You talked
strike a match on them.
You talked about this on the show.
No, it's just brutal.
Well, I don't believe that the fabric was like cardboard.
It was just the most horrifically
that was
uncomfortable.
Sears sold those.
Yeah, tough skins.
But I don't believe
tough skins husky.
I don't believe that you were ever husky.
Oh, I was. Oh shit! I told you I was like 40 pounds over. In the 8th grade, I lost 40. Wow. So I was at least 40 over when I was in the 8th grade. So from 9 till about 14, I was 35, 40 fatter than I should have been for my size. Yeah.
I lost about 60 in the last few years, and I'm still fatter than I should be, but it's tough, man. I'm 52, man. When you get older, I weigh myself every single day. People tell you shouldn't do that if you're trying to lose weight.
No.
For me, it was a huge motivator because to this day, I know, oh man, I just fucked up.
Right.
I mean, and it's amazing. You realize how quick you see it. Like if you have a good day, you'll know that next day you'll be a little better. And if you have a bad day, like coming off of a football Sunday when I ate like 3 subs and a bag of chips,
right.
I know my Monday weigh-in, I know I'm going to be up.
And how much is up? Like 2 or 3 pounds,
Oh,
right?
yeah. It can be big swings.
I do exactly what you do because after my second kid, I got out of control. I had to lose 15-ish, 17 pounds.
Yeah, you never looked heavy to me, though.
And, for my body type, started getting the slobby tits and everything else going. And I'm better at this weight, so now this is the weight I want to be at. And I weigh myself every fucking day. And when it moves a pound, I'm like, all right, shut her down. Get back on the program.
Why do men put on weight after they have kids? Because I did that too.
I was stress eating because my daughter just wouldn't sleep. She was not a good sleeper.
I had the most embarrassing thing happen to me along those lines about 10 years ago. I was working for VH1 as a VJ way before that metal show, and we used to have a wardrobe person. And my first daughter was born, and I would go in and I'd get into wardrobe, and we'd have people that I'd have to shoot like 10 segments for a different day.
I did this. No, I know. I was
so the wardrobe person, my clothes that they brought. They weren't fitting anymore. And she said to me, I go, oh, well, you just have to get another size or whatever. And then we got to a point where there really were no other sizes to go to.
Wow.
And I'll never forget the producer of the channel at the time. We went to lunch. And he said, so listen, I know this has happened to me too. When I had my kid, but did you put on some baby weight? like I had the kid. Right. And I was like, oh,
it's a real thing. It is a real thing.
Yeah, the women have an excuse. They just gave birth and they're,
I know, but I was like,
we don't have any excuse.
So I said, I don't know why I did, but I did.
Just because my kid wasn't sleeping, I'm slamming boxes of Lucky Charms. That was I don't know, out of nowhere, I started craving Lucky Charms.
See, it craves too, just like a woman.
I was craving. Were you in the delivery room for the birth?
Both.
We were talking about it earlier, but I got to be very careful.
Why?
My wife doesn't.
Did you look down? Did you look down?
He said he peaked a little bit.
I peaked.
You peaked?
But
I didn't peak.
Her main instruction he said her main instruction to him was stay on my shoulder.
Yeah,
don't look down.
Look up. Yeah.
Stay your position. Stay. And I'm like, that's a goddamn good wife right there.
But then my mother-in-law was down.
She was down there.
She was down below, and she's giving me looks like, holy fuck. So then I'm like, and then I'm leaning as much as I can.
Wait,
I'm pulling out my neck.
You have 2 or 3?
I got 2.
So both times did you not look down?
I mean, I wasn't down.
He wasn't down there.
I was.
Doctor's
my position was like shoulder,
up top.
shoulder, arm,
up top.
See,
right side.
I was. Did you hold one of the legs?
No, she didn't want me down there. Her mom held the leg.
No, but
I was sort of up at, I was up top, talking to her and, doing whatever. And holding her arm and all that.
That's the move, but you don't want to look.
As soon as the mother-in-law was giving me the looks, I'm like, now I got to fucking try to see what she's holy shitting about.
Live is the answer.
The first time, did you cut the cord?
Wow, I don't know.
If you don't remember, then you didn't.
I would be probably correct.
Wait, I don't know.
So. I'm with you.
I think
you
I
should
did.
know that. You shouldn't remember that.
You'd know if you did, because my first.
How do I not know this?
Right. He's got to text his wife.
Yeah, he should.
Did I cut your cord?
Right.
How do I not know this?
This is a big thing,
You did.
Well,
I cut the cord.
Both times?
I'm going on record. I cut the cord.
Both times?
Yeah, it was like Grizzly.
Yeah, it is. It's
okay, yeah. I don't know why I forgot, but yes.
My first one.
It's not an easy snip.
No, it's not.
It's not like cutting a rubber hose, that's for sure.
You think they'd have a sharp knife in the hospital, but no.
It is like cutting a garden hose.
You have to work it. You're saying you have to kind of chew on it with the blade.
It's like, oh God, here I go. I'm in trouble. It's like cutting like a dried out garden hose where it's not going to go as easy.
You need like a pruner versus a scissors.
Something with some teeth in it.
Yeah, you need something, a little muscle.
The crimping shears if you're a barber.
You know what happened to me? My first one was born, my daughter, and it was our first, and I was freaked out, and I was the same thing, don't look down. So I didn't look down. I just looked at my wife, did the coaching, did what I had to do, right? And then the baby comes out, and okay, they cover her up, okay, they raise the baby. The baby's still attached. Mr. Trunk, you're going to cut the cord. Yeah. I was so freaked at the birth of my first kid that the nurse or the doctor went to hand me the snips to cut the cord, and they saw the look on my face, and I guess just the blood drained out of my face, and they were worried about me. They pulled the scissors out of my hand.
Really?
Yeah, and they said, we think we'll take this one, sir. You should sit down. Because I was freaked.
They're afraid you might do a little woozy pass out in the middle.
I was a mess. So when we had the second, I said, son of a bitch, I'm going to man up and do it this time. And I did. But I never looked down both times.
You didn't want to look down?
No. Don't need to see that.
It's pretty amazing.
Don't need to see that. Did you bank the cord blood?
What's that mean?
You know about that?
No. What do you make something like then you later bake with it or something? I know people are doing all
sick
kinds
fucks
of
that eat placentas and all that shit.
That's what
I got a great jump shot, so I guess I did. Yes.
No, they banked.
That was funny.
They banked.
Oh, gee, thanks, Vic.
They bank cord blood because you get stem cells.
Yeah, I see. Okay,
I pay $100 a year for the blood to be stored, and God forbid you ever need it. It's in my name up until me and my wife's name up until the kid's 18, and then after 18 they control the blood. But the idea is the cord blood's like the blood that has the most stem cells and the most healing properties, and they don't know what they're going to be able to do with it as science advances. So the idea is you have this, God forbid there's some disease or something, at some point you can access the cord blood.
You might be sitting on the ultimate safety net of life.
Yes.
For $100 a year.
But then if you don't, I mean, who the hell knows what you actually get when you get it? I mean, you have faith in these people. Like mine is banked in Boston or something somewhere. This company called Life Bank. You hope it's there.
I bet you it's some kind of scam.
It's a trick.
And then, God forbid you need it, they'll find some blood from a homeless guy or
somewhere
something.
Ted Williams is holding it in
some
his...
clause in the contract that's like, we never said that if you didn't pay on time for one day, we'd still have it.
So when were you a VH1 VJ?
I started as a host there at VH1 Classic in 2002 and worked there till 2006. And then they blew everybody out and changed some stuff. And then that's how That Metal Show came to be, because I had already been working there.
Oh, and so
I was always telling them, hey, let me do my own show. Because when I worked there as a host and VJ originally, it was very structured. They told me what to dress, what to say, how to say it. I was like, hey, let me do my thing, man. I come from radio.
Exactly.
I can talk.
You hired
turn
me for
loose.
a reason.
No. And then finally I said, I just want to do my own show. And that's how That Metal Show came to be.
I remember when that channel started, my friend's dad was retired, living down in Florida, and he's just an old rockhead, and he just thought he had discovered the holy grail of amazingness, because every video and all these things that he didn't know even existed, and he would leave her messages every day. He's like, I think it's Clapton from '68. He's a baby. He's look at his face. He's a baby. And every day she was getting one of these just jewel messages for he's just sitting down in Del Boca Vista clicking around, and when he came across that channel, he thought it was a holy grail.
Channel's gone now.
I know it went away. That's what I was going to say.
Classic's gone.
Yeah, they shook down the whole thing.
MTV Classic.
I don't know.
So they just show like Road Rage or not Road Rules.
Yeah, and that reality show that
the Teen Mom,
Real World, and
all the old MTV stuff. Real World.
That all went to MTV Classic.
They didn't go back to music though. They still didn't go back to music. They
not much, a little bit, but not much.
I don't know. I think the older people would like that, to just see the videos again. They've been rested enough.
You would think, and it's cheap, but the thing is that a lot of what fans don't realize is it's not as cheap as you think, because there's only a certain period of time that you can have the license on those video clips. And a lot of times now the labels, they took such a beating on trying to sell music.
Right.
That there's a lot of fans, they just think, they would always yell, why don't you just play this video?
Right.
It's got to be cleared. You have to have a sync license for it. And now the labels who own those videos want big money because they're not making money selling records.
Yeah.
So the fees have gone up. That's why you see channels that do show music videos still, they show a lot of the same ones over and over.
Because they can't afford the re-up.
Yeah. MTV and VH1 Classic, all they were ever designed for is just to show old Viacom stuff that they own and is free and clear.
Yeah.
I said, Don and Jim, we just got a residual check for That Metal Show, which we never thought we'd see ever. And the day it showed up, the next day they stopped showing replays. Not kidding you.
That's a Viacom move.
Not kidding you.
Yeah.
I said to these, we all called each other like, holy shit, we got money. I was like, guarantee I went in my grid to see, when are they going to replay more? There isn't one for like 5 years.
Christ. That's so sad, because that's nice pocket money that comes in.
It wasn't a lot of money, but it's a nice thing.
No, it's nice. I get residuals from all the dumb little tiny things I've done over the years. It's checks for silly amounts. We've talked about this too many times. But
I like it when it goes way down to like
$1.79.
Yeah, something like that. I really enjoy this.
And then my agent takes his 10%. I'm like, you're taking your 10% from $1.79? Really?
That'll tell you a lot about your agent.
Are you fucking serious?
Well, my checks for commercials and stuff I've done goes to my old agent, who I haven't had for 10 years, but they still commission it and send the check.
I hate that one too. That's all. I don't know which one of those is shittier. That's a combination of welcome to showbiz.
Hey, you had Sebastian Bach?
He just left a little while ago.
How was he?
Yeah. Funny, quick. This is a funny story, man. I've known the guy for literally 30 years. I knew the Skid Row guys before he was even in the band, because I grew up in Jersey.
Jesus, really?
And yeah, they had other singers. All those songs on that first record, they were all done before he was in the band. They were singing them with another singer.
And he came in and sang them.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. And he's from what, Toronto?
He's born in the Bahamas, but raised in Toronto.
Toronto, okay.
Yeah. But Skid Row existed in Jersey for like 3-4 years on the club scene before him.
With different bands, or was it
No, Skid Row,
I mean, with
just
different
a different
singer.
singer.
Just one guy.
Yeah.
I knew Skid Row was a Jersey band, but I didn't realize, did they have any success before Sebastian?
No.
Okay.
No, when Bach comes in, it became a whole different thing, because then all of a sudden there's this, this great looking maniac kid. And I was telling Baz the story on the air just now. I said, I remember going to see Skid Row all the time play, and there's a good amount of people there. It was a fun band. It was a good band to go see. And then one day the guys came on my radio show, Snake and Rachel, the founders of the band, and they said, yeah, we got this kid we're bringing in from Toronto. Going to try him out singing with us, and come down and see us. So I went to the show, and I pull up to the same club I go to see him all the time, and now there's like 5 stretch limos in front. What the hell's going on here? They were all record labels. As soon as he got into it, it was like, whoa. And he put his spin on the songs, but those songs were written, the core of those songs were written before he came in.
Wow.
Whether they would have been a successful band or not if he hadn't come into the band, I don't know. Not with the previous guy.
Right.
Clearly that wasn't going to happen. But the funny thing about Baz, he's out doing this book. He's doing this book tour. He's going everywhere. Put out his autobiography. He and I have a ton of stories of things we've done together over the years. But one of the biggest things that ever happened in my radio career, he was at the center of. And that was 10 years ago when Axl Rose walked into my radio studio on my terrestrial show, my FM show. It was on Q104. And at that point, Axl had not done an interview in 13 years with anybody. And that happened because Sebastian was booked in my show that night, and he was in the studio with me, and Axl was rehearsing at SIR and started texting Sebastian. So Sebastian's like, hey, I'm with my buddy Eddie. We're out doing a show live in New York. Come up. And Axl did. It was huge news at the time. It was in Rolling Stone. People still talk about it, right? So I'm reading Sebastian's book. Chris Jericho was there that day. All these guys in the studio.
Jesus.
We had all these guys. Scott Ian was there. They were all just hanging out. They were the guests. Jericho wrote about it in his book. He wrote, hey, it was my buddy Eddie Trunk's show, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's talked about it. Piazza wrote about it in his book because he was there. So I'm reading Sebastian's book, and I didn't even get to that section, but on my show here on Monday, I take a call, and the guy says, hey, can you talk about that story when Axl Rose came in when Sebastian was there on your radio show? I said, yeah, what do you want to know? Tell the story. He goes, so that happened on your show, right? I go, yeah, the recording's been out there forever, of course. It's really weird because in Sebastian's book, he runs down everybody that was there, and you guys are friends, right? He said, yeah. He goes, he just says, and some DJ. I got 30 years with this guy. I supported the shit out of him, some DJ. He's like, Chris Jarrett, he practically named the cleaning lady at the station. And then we got to my show, some DJ, right? So there's no way you can read into that anything, but that's by design, right? So he comes in now, and I blasted him on the air about it, but without him being there. I said, I'm going to rip the shit out of him. Yeah. So he comes in just now, earlier today. And you guys can hear this because my show replays tonight at 9 on 106 on volume. And we get into it. And he comes in and I go, dude, this is typical Sebastian because he's such a lunatic. I put out 2 books myself, right? My first book came out 6 years ago. It's called Essential Hard Rock and Heavy Metal. Not Essential Hard Rock and Heavy Metal albums, hard rock and heavy metal, meaning bands, right? This lunatic went and bought my book. Skid Row's in the book, right? His picture's in the book. But he was upset that in the discography in the Skid Row section, I only listed Skid Row records and not his solo records. He's carried that for 6 years and decided to repay me by putting that DJ in his book.
Jesus Christ.
I love this story.
Wow. That guy's been friends
Wow.
He's been holding
this.
that.
Wow. This is right in your wheelhouse.
No, I know it is.
Are you getting tingly?
Damn.
You got to be getting tingly.
Jesus.
I said, for 6 years, this guy, we've hung out. In the last 6 years, he's dedicated songs to me on stage. He's harbored this for this long. I said, Baz, in the Guns N' Roses section, I don't list Slash's records. It's only the bands under that name. What are you talking about?
There's no Izzy in the Juju
Hound. It was a solo
Hound.
chapter. Dude, I know, but when I got to it, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do this to him.
So he admitted.
Oh, he admitted. He came clean. We had a whole breakthrough earlier today.
Were you guys laughing about it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
And then
we got to laugh about it.
But then he tells me...
So diva. How deep? Mariah Carey's not that big of a diva.
Vic. Then he tells me in the audio version of the book, though, when he got to reading his own audio book and he got to it, he said my name on the audio book.
Okay.
So he says, and he's having the next printing, he's going to have my name put back in.
He's putting you back in.
Because the idiot didn't even realize it had nothing to do with the albums.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
That's really funny.
He redacted you.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
But you could have stopped. You could have stopped the story at some DJ because being in this fucking business, we get no respect. We'll get some big, huge scoop interview that goes all over the world, and they'll go on a local radio show, or it's like really.
But this is different because I could get it if it was a guy.
No, I understand.
But I'm like, I've literally known for 30 years.
All I'm saying is, at that point, I was like, "Oh, this is of course that happened." But then, I
knew there was intent.
That's
there was
funny.
this reeked of
See,
intent.
I like that. I like the fact that he knew deep down.
Yeah, I called him on it.
Right, there's something going on.
He walked in, his publicist like, we only got 20 minutes. I go, no, I need some time. We got some shit to sort out.
Notes.
Yeah, we'll get to your book when we get to it. We got to take care of this.
Now my shit is about to come up.
Yeah. Now I understand why we didn't get Sebastian Bach today, because when they said we only have 20 minutes, I think that was some of my time.
We didn't know there was an intervention going on.
No, I only took 30.
Now I have no problem with the fact they didn't do my show.
Well, you know.
You got to get that out. Oh, that's really good, Eddie.
Oh, there's a whole therapy thing.
That's funny as shit, man.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. Eddie Trunk, thank you. Volume is on 106, right?
106. I'm on every day live 2 to 4 Eastern, and it replays tonight 9 to 11 Eastern. Yep, Monday to Friday.
Don't you do another show at 6 too? I heard
on Mondays only. I do a show on Hair Nation 5 to 8 now. 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern. Only on Mondays.
So you had another show today as well. We got DJ Who Kid coming in to. I mean,
Back
he's
from
here.
yesterday.
We got to take advantage of that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe more Eddie Trunk. We'll figure it all out. Vic, what do you got, buddy?
I got on the road Kathleen Madigan in January, Birmingham, Macon, and Atlanta, and then San Antonio in February, and Chattanooga and Memphis also. It's all on VicHenley.com.
Which looks good. Eric, what's wrong with you? It looks like you're going to puke.
No,
He's painful in the teeth.
Can I take a
sick?
I'm going to take
He's
a
got
picture.
a dental thing going on.
I'm going to take a picture of how miserable you are.
It's a bad dental
Do
thing.
it through the glass, Hope, because he looks even more miserable with
You
the
see
reflection
it.
of the glass.
You see it, right?
It's like the double glass adds to the.
I forgot to give Anthony his plug too. How do you listen to Anthony there? Eric?
Go to anthonycumia.com and Compound Media and get the app.
That was a fun little phone call. Our
that
fourth
was
one.
great.
Our fourth one. We'll post that for the people. Thank you, Eddie Trunk. We
Thanks,
will
Hope. Good to
be
see-
back.
And come in anytime, maybe for your shows. Come in anytime. I'm right across the hall.
And you're on 2 to 4.
2 to 4. So
All
you
right.
come in the first hour. I don't do the show from here every day, but most days.
That's
so come
easy.
In.
And
Yeah.
if you're still talking, I can just bring up his channel on the feed here, and we start the show with that.
Oh, he was saying he can transcribe, so to speak. He can make it. You can start on Eddie's show and then come in here to this show.
Oh, I got what you're saying.
I believe he is
What,
saying.
like a simulcast?
Yeah.
From across the hall.
Yeah, if you don't make it here on time, I'll just turn Eddie's channel
It's
on.
literally 5 feet. Our studios are
You're right there, aren't you? Right out there.
Technology's amazing.
He doesn't do the Jägermeister machine anymore. He's probably okay
Eric,
to
we
show
could
up
just
now.
keep the doors open on each studio and
Just
talk
yell.
loud.
Just yell, right.
Are you getting a lot of music artists on?
Yeah, I've had
You starting to? Or?
yeah, I mean, I've had everything from John Bon Jovi to Lars to Peter Frampton to Yes, like the gamut. So
We couldn't get John Bon Jovi in here. I had Bert Kreischer shirtless playing Bon Jovi, screaming while he was
That's why he
in
wouldn't come
Shade
in.
45
yeah,
with the door open.
I didn't. That was the one. I hate doing pre-recorded interviews. I really do.
I
but
despise them. They're really tough to do.
and they're so
I don't know
sterile.
why, but they
I hate
are.
them. Yeah. So, but that was the one I had to pre-record. That wasn't in the hours my show was on. But I was lucky. That was the same thing. Get 15, 20 minutes and got to run.
And he's very careful with his interviews these days.
Yeah,
He's a big fucking deal. We kind of knew him when he was a big deal.
When he was not
But now-
buying NFL franchises.
He's still not doing that.
No, I know.
I
but-
saw him open for 38 Special
What?
in Jersey. Yep.
Wow.
Open for 38 Special, man. I saw that's one artist being a Jersey guy. The APP. Well, you weren't here when APP was on. Were you out of the area, right?
Well, tell me the years and I'll tell you where I was. I've been
It would have
everywhere.
been 82, 83.
Oh, Jesus. College.
Right. Do you remember APP? The Apple?
Oh, was that the one that went commercial free all summer?
103.5 or whatever?
Yeah, I was jealous of that, but I don't know why. Yeah, I don't remember really listening to them.
It was a rock station in New York, and Bon Jovi was on the Homegrown album.
Right.
And Runaway was on the Homegrown album. That's where it started.
There you
See,
go.
it was a brilliant. They were the ones that went commercial free the entire summer,
They
right?
signed on with that. There you go. There's
All
the
right,
logo,
so,
the Apple.
Vic, they go commercial free all summer. That was their gimmick. As soon as they started playing commercials, people were like,
Fuck you.
bye.
Right, exactly.
Fuck
The
you.
It
season
lasted about a year.
Because they didn't
Sure.
understand that it was just for the summer and it was a big promotional thing.
They thought it was a whole new
They're
world.
like, holy fuck, finally
Yeah.
someone has realized that commercials suck and they're just going to play the music.
It's amazing.
And as soon as the summer was over, man, they dropped drastically real quick after that.
That's like when I worked at Q1043 when it was signed on, when it was Pure Rock. It was New York's Pure Rock. I started there in 94. And they signed on doing AC/DC A to Z. And it was like, wow, fucking nonstop AC/DC. And then all of a sudden it went back to the usual shit that everybody else plays. It was like station over in about 2 years. Boom.
Can't compete with that shit.
Set a bar. You can't handle it.
But when that shit first broke, though, didn't you think it was the best thing? I remember in Birmingham, Alabama, it was WRKK, and one of my friends that's in like the 8th grade came in one day and said, dude, I was listening to the radio yesterday, and the DJ actually said, here's side one of Dark Side of the Moon, and just played the whole fucking first side. And we're like, what? And we couldn't wait to run home that day because that was
Right.
you could still do that back then.
Well, Opie can speak firsthand about the smoke and mirrors, as can I, that go on in radio. I remember at the end of Pure Rock Q104, people would always yell for these bands that they wouldn't play, heavy stuff. I did the last ever shift of that format before it flipped. And the guys came in to me. I'll never forget, I'm on the air 7 to 10, and they go, hey, listen, there's probably a lot of records you always wanted to play, the people called, that you never played, right? I said, yeah, go for it, play it. Cool, so I'm breaking out Slayer and Metallica, I'm playing all this stuff. And they're taking calls back in the production studio, and the calls and the people are going, this is exactly what I always wanted from this station. It's about time you did this. What those callers didn't know was 3 hours later at midnight, the station was flipping to classic hits. Okay? And they took the calls. Yes!
Oh,
He knew where it was going.
Oh, my God, no.
He knew where it was going.
No shit.
So the guy screaming, this is what I always wanted, into Slayer, they took his call and cut it into Moody Blues, Nights in White Satin.
Oh, my God. So did they set you up?
I didn't know they were recording it.
No,
they just cut me out.
I know that, but I'm starting to think they set you up ahead of time. Maybe it's an old radio trick.
Yeah, did they really know that people would call in and go crazy, and then they could use it for the other thing?
And I was fired.
Premeditated is what he's asking.
No, I was fired. I was told it was the last shift.
No,
they cleaned
I got that.
Yeah, we get all that, but I think they knew ahead of time, like, what would really get people excited tonight, where we could get some unbelievable phone calls.
Oh, yeah.
Take Eddie off the leash,
right,
and have everybody call in,
and then we'll
steal the shit and put it on, fucking Men at Work.
Oh, radio's dirty.
So I'm driving home.
Oh, it's dirty.
I'm driving home to hear what the new station sounds like, and I'm hearing callers,
and it's the calls that call for you.
Cut into Men at Work songs that were really pumped up because I was playing Slayer.
Right.
Oh God.
What about the K-Rock thing? When K-Rock started in New York, it was an institution in L.A., so you had every celebrity and every rock star calling and doing IDs for the K-Rock in L.A. When they started the New York K-Rock, they hauled all that. Erock is nodding. They hauled all that shit in to make it sound like, look how amazing this station is.
I didn't know that.
You got all these A-listers and rock stars already saying how fucking kick-ass this radio station is.
Just because there was another one.
But it was literally like 10 years of them getting these IDs out there in L.A., right, Eric?
Yep.
Dirty. This shit is dirty.
KROQ in L.A., and then they couldn't get the call letters close to K-Rock out in New York, so they just branded it K-Rock.
Right.
And, they took all the celebrity IDs and liners from, like, Kevin and Bean and the rest of the station and just recut it for New York.
This is why I love I'll never forget when Opie and Anthony started at NEW, and I was there already, and I remember Gary Wall coming down the hall and saying to me, he goes, yeah, we got these guys coming in. I think you guys are going to get along. I think you're going to like them, because he knew that I was totally not down with all the hypocrisy and bullshit of radio, right? And I will never. One of my favorite moments with that guy ever was when Opie and Anthony were on the air. And remember we used to have to play music in your show.
Oh,
we always had to play songs, right? Yeah. And I'm down by the copier all the way at the end of the hall at NEW, and it was always like, okay, we're playing Everclear into Kenny Wayne Shepherd into this, into that.
Can I interrupt you? And I apologize. We had to play all the songs, the music that no one gave a shit, because we were fitting in between. I'm trying to remember.
Carol and Scott.
But two other radio stations. We couldn't play alternative rock because K-Rock had it. And what other station they have that was playing the rock? So we had to fit right in the middle. So it was all these weird records, like, no offense, but like Third Eye Blind was a massive record for our radio.
You had Q104 at that time.
No, but
they didn't own that.
No, it was one they owned. Oh. So they didn't want us playing rock songs that everyone liked and tested well, or the new rock or alternative rock.
Because Kingston would go crazy.
So we had to play like Sheryl Crow and, like you said, Kenny Wayne.
Sheryl Crow came in and somebody said something about her haircut. One of you guys like, what'd you do to your hair? She got all pissed off.
I told her she had a small head.
But my favorite things, there was monitors, you could hear the station all the way down the hall, right? And I'm down by, Opie's playing all this stuff around the bits that they're doing, right? And I'm standing at the copier, and I remember, and then all of a sudden, I will never forget this, the monitor speakers above my head, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes Rob Zombie, Living Dead Girl.
Yeah.
And it just cut through everything like unbelievable, because that wasn't on the playlist. Those guys just said, fuck it, and played it. And I saw this program director, Vic, he was in the back corner office. The open 10 seconds of the song, and I see the door open, and he's hauling ass down the hall.
I love those moments.
2 security doors, like, boom, busted in.
Like it was a big deal.
I feel like it was the end of the world.
No, I've seen.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Living Dead Girl. Rob Zombie on the only station that really rocks.
I can't hear this song again without ever thinking of these guys.
What happened, though, Gary was in on it with me and Anthony. Because he was in a tough spot because you had all those legendary jocks that were believing that the music was still going to get the job done. And this Gary absolutely did not think it was possible anymore. I remember upper management wasn't listening to Gary. Me and Anthony were driving home to Long Island. We were about 6 months into our gig, and we weren't moving the needle. And it was pretty obvious that we were starting to talk in the hallway. And I remember the conversation. I looked at Ann. I go, Ann, we have nothing to fucking lose. Starting tomorrow, we got to start blowing off records and start talking, more. And we did that. And Gary, to his credit, let us fucking do it. And then he started getting even more balls. And he would tell the music jocks one thing and tell me and Anthony another. You go, all right, guys, go in there and fuck it up. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm with you. But then the music jocks would run down the hall and go, they're playing Rob Zombie, Living Dead Girl. And he would go, what? And make believe, get mad.
Right.
And then he would drag us into his office. As soon as the door closed, we'd all be laughing in there like, ha ha ha.
Right.
It was the most fucked up time to be in radio.
The most fucked up radio station.
And then one by one they left, and we took over that fucking place.
Yeah. Absolutely. I swear to God, the last track I was listening to before I left my apartment today was Elvis Costello, Radio.
Oh, really?
And now hearing you guys talk about this, all the lyrics of the song, the lyrics of the song are ringing more true than ever.
Oh, what year did you start? What was your first gig? What year was your first radio gig?
Well, I mean, I started in college in the
on regular. What was the
I
first one you got
started
paid?
Sure, I started at CQ 102 Hit Music and War in Geneva, New York.
What year?
86-ish.
Okay.
87.
So
shut the fuck up, Paul. I still look good.
Hey, I started in 83 right out of high school.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So you queued up vinyl. You started with records.
Oh, God, yeah. Where you had to walk around the studio very carefully or something would skip. And if you had a skipping record on the air, that hotline, look, no more hotlines. How nice is that? A phone dedicated for the program to
yell at
call and bust your fucking balls.
Never wanted to see that light flash, man.
It was never good.
Never good.
I always wanted to see as I did comedy and traveled around America, it was always funny to see some jackass running down the hall like you just described. It didn't matter what city I was in. I always enjoyed the local DJ breaking the format or doing something and then watching some dick in a cubicle come running from somewhere like you've literally started a fire in the fucking studio because you decided to play Rob Zombie. I've always enjoyed that.
I mean, I left a fucking car wreck behind me. I mean, more than one PD had a nervous breakdown because of me and then me and Anthony. But I just knew I knew more than these fucking guys. And it drove me nuts that they were trying to hold me back and then me and Anthony back.
See, the single...
And I don't feel bad about it at all, to be honest with you. But, I mean, Dave Douglas is a classic one in Boston. I mean, that guy was pulling his hair out of his head. He did not know how to control us.
My buddy was driving this PD crazy in Cincinnati. And at one point, because I was just sitting there laughing so hardly, and I saw the guy just dejectedly walking away, and I'm like, are you going to just defeat him totally till he quits? And he goes, Henley, his name was Big Buck Naked when he was on the air. His name was goddamn Big Buck Naked. Fuck that son of a bitch. And I'm like, okay, you got me with Big Buck Naked. Sure.
I mean, if they knew what they were doing, they would be on the air. I learned that lesson early on.
That's why
it drives me nuts to this day with these guys down the fucking hall.
I'm with you. Radio, baby.
And then, they tell me, you got a chip on your shoulder. I'm like, because I know more than you fucking guys. I know more.
People don't enjoy hearing that.
At least this part. At least this. I mean, now with Sirius XM, there's way more to it. But this part of it, I know more than
I think they think you mean overall. What do you mean? That you're just telling them that you know more about everything than they've ever encountered.
I know how to put a radio show together way more than they do.
The two of y'all, right?
Way more than they do. It drives me nuts. You got to sort of listen to them.
And back to NEW, that guy Gary, that same guy, he was the first guy in New York when I got into the New York market. When I got into New York, he was the first guy who ever let me do my own show. He was the first guy that turned the reins over to me and said, you know what, do your thing. Same deal, Ope. Initially, he gave me a playlist.
Yeah.
And with a little bit of a nod going, I know you got to do your thing.
Yeah.
So the first show I ever did, I played half of what he picked.
Yeah.
And by the second show, there was, the minute the printout came out, it went in the garbage.
Perfect.
And he let me run. But if you don't carve out your own path and you don't create something in radio, more now so than ever with computers and voice tracking, if you don't carve out something unique that people listen for you, it's not an ego thing.
Right.
You have to carve out an audience where people listen for you. If you're just back selling records, you're fucked.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I ran into Gary Wall a few years ago when we were doing the walkover.
Yeah.
He was just on the corner.
What's he
and I asked him, like, dude, I gotta ask, what do you think of us? And he goes, indifference.
Okay.
But I was pretty happy that I got indifference because, I mean, we went at it, me and him, you know, because he was awesome, though. I mean, now reflecting back, I really liked Gary Wall a lot. But, you know, we were fighting wars with, like, K-Rock and Howard and everybody else. And there were times he would just leave and come back with an ice cream cone and walk in like, hey, guys, what's going on? And he has no idea that all hell broke loose as soon as he left the building. But
is he still in the business?
I don't know. That was the last time I saw him, and I was happy that he said indifference because I thought he was going to say, I hate you fucking guys.
He thought he was going to say PTSD.
Yeah, because he was run out.
Yeah, I was in a weird spot.
He was run out, sorry.
No, go ahead.
God, these memories I love. I got to call Ant back now. He needs in on this. So when Gary Wall got fired, that ended our relationship with the one and only Jimmy Kimmel. People don't remember this, but
he was tight with he was at K-Rock or something.
Yes,
right?
and Gary came from L.A. and Jimmy Kimmel's a very good friend of his. I'm sure to this day.
Oh, right.
And Gary Walt introduced Jimmy Kimmel to me and Anthony, and this is crazy that I'm saying this, but it is the God's honest truth. Jimmy Kimmel did football picks for our radio show at NEW on Fridays and Mondays, and he called as a man and said, "Guys, this is the last time I'm going to be on your show because they fired my boy Gary Wall." And I respected that, actually. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
Trust me, I get it.
If Gary didn't give me the opportunity to do my own show at NEW, I might not be doing what I'm doing now.
That's where I became aware of you first.
Yeah.
I've never seen this picture, Eric.
There he is. That's Jimmy Kimmel. That's Oscar host Jimmy Kimmel sitting behind the mic there at 102.7.
The Talk.
The FM Talk banners. I remember all those plastic banners up all over the place.
Can you, I want to tweet, I mean, you could tweet it out, no problem, but I want to put it on my Instagram, Opie Radio. I didn't know we had these pictures, Eric. I gotta tweet this out and Instagram this out today.
Is that Ant on the other side?
Yeah, it is. That's me when I used to wear glasses.
Young, fresh-faced Ant. Yeah, look at you with the feathering of the hair.
Players.
Look at the Keith Partridge. Check
out the cart machines. We had
the old cart machines.
We had cart machines till the bitter end. Yeah. People were way past cart machines, and we couldn't get rid of them.
I was a fan though, all the way to the end because I was just used to it.
Yeah.
What other pictures from that? Is those the only two, Eric?
Those are it.
You have any pictures looking through the glass at the apartment, seeing people take a shower on the other side of the building?
I sure do.
I
also have photos of you with celebrities for some reason. We're on the rolls of film, so I got to send those to you.
At the NEW days?
Yeah, when Eddie would have guests like that. For some reason, I have a bunch of
following Eddie around.
Celebrities.
My show on the weekends on that station were like Playboy After Hours. You never knew who was going to walk in what state and what condition.
We said the other day when they were having a Good Friday show, you know it was a good day when O&A would go and then Ron and Fez would go and Anthony was still there to do Eddie Trunk.
Yeah. And then Ronnie and Fez, they used to party and come up and they used to be in there till all hours with me too.
Well, none of us want to leave. Those were the cool days of radio. Now it's like 6:01. I'm out the fucking door. And honestly, I hate that it's come down to that. At NEW, we had no bosses. We had no bosses because they were running from station to station.
The lunatics ran the asylum.
And it was me and Ant and to Ron and Fez. So Ant stayed way more than I did, but I certainly put in my time. And then we would make it to Eddie Trunk's show from time to time. And our show would end and we all would go in our office and just have a huge party every fucking day.
Yeah.
Drinking, smoking, pot, girls getting naked. It was nuts. That was my favorite studio of all time.
I've told this story before. One time, Anthony, it was New Year's Eve, I was on the air, and Anthony comes in and he goes, yeah, man, he goes, I go, Aunt, why don't you go up and count in the New Year's? Because if you look down the 7th Avenue, you could see just about with the turns in the street, you could just about see the ball, right? And that was New Year's Eve. So Anthony goes, Anthony knew some way to go to the top of the building and get to the roof. So he goes, I'm going to call and we'll do the countdown into New Year's Eve. I said, okay, so I go. So, all right, Anthony from Opie and Anthony's up on the roof on top of our building. All right, put him on the air. I go, go ahead, Ant, count us down. Anthony does the whole countdown. All right, 5, 4, 3, Happy New Year! And then this is pretty cool. Hit some calls. The guy goes, you tool. Didn't you forget you're on a 48-second delay? And then the New Year, like 48 seconds after midnight, by the time people heard it, I was like, oh shit, we didn't ramp out.
You didn't know how to get on the roof of that building?
No.
This was before 9/11, and we would just hang out on the roof. And my whole thing was I wanted to hit a golf ball from the roof to Central Park, and I was dead serious about doing it. And then I was talked out of it.
You would have killed somebody.
Well, that's what finally got some sense into my head. I'm like, I think I can take a driver up here and hit a golf ball into Central Park. And then we were figuring out the math of the whole fucking thing. It became a whole thing on the air, off the air, just trying to see if it's even possible. Because it was on 57th Street.
It's a math problem. It could easily be figured out.
57th Street, and we had to get
trajectory. I know it's a whole speed. You got to measure it. You can totally figure that out.
Between 57 and the Park, those are big blocks.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't think you could do it.
Oh, you're in the no way.
Off the top of my head, I've got to go.
Well, it's got to be a good fucking swing, first of all.
Can you drive it to 300 yards like the pros?
God, no.
250?
Break. All right, we got a break. We were supposed to break 20 minutes ago.
I know.
That means we did something good here today.
Good meeting you, man. That was wonderful.
Thanks for having me, and good to see you.
Yeah,
good to see you, Vic.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys.
Honestly, and no pressure, you got to get him on your show.
Yeah?
He knows music.
I used to beg Jameson and Florentine when I would see him when you guys were doing the metal
TV
thing.
show?
Yeah, well, because I'm like, how good would it be? I know a little shit, and just the fact that I'm going to come on and not talk Hank Williams because the accent's going to profile me.
With the TV thing, that always had to run through the network.
That's what Jameson was always telling me.
But on my show here, man, just
I'd love
hit
to.
me up.
Sure,
Come sit in anytime. I always have comics sitting. Anybody who's into music, that's the only criteria.
That's my favorite thing in the world.
Comic that knows music.
Yeah. All right, good.
He worked on Outlaw Country for a while.
All right. I'll give you my info.
I was a VH1 VJ, too.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely.
All right.
For a year.
Yeah, I was probably the one that should have told him that.
That's okay.
Yeah. When you were talking about that, I should have said...
I saved my good brags for the end.
Because that's the one he's going to remember. Eddie Trunk is on 2 to 4 live on Volume 106.
Replay 9 to 11 every night.
All right, Eddie.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Thanks, guys.
I think we got Whoo Kid coming back today.
Perfect.
I'm going to take advantage of that because then he leaves and travels
go to
the world.
Miami or something, right?
So stay there.
Opie Radio is back.
Nice, Eric.
Thanks, E.
Radio.
There's some hot shit right here. What is this?
Elvis Costello.
Oh, okay.
I want to bite the hand that feeds me. I want to bite that hand so badly.
I feel like I need to be in the old school or something.
He was in here, Elvis Costello.
He's one of the greatest people on the planet Earth.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
He was fucking awesome to listen to. I hope he comes back.
When I thought I was a cute little DJ making my mixes just for friends, because I never was or would be a DJ, but I thought it was cool at one time to, I did a whole Elvis where I would switch back and forth between Elvis Presley and Elvis Costello. I'm like, I'm dancing on the razor's edge.
Nice.
You did a little Love Me Tender type
I did a little Love Me Tender into Allison and then a little Jailhouse Rock into radio and just alternated. Elvis.
I wasn't a big fan of his music.
Elvis Costello?
The hits.
I can still be friends with you.
Allison.
Angels Want to Wear My Red Shoes.
I like that one.
God's Comic. Let 'Em Dangle. Veronica.
Veronica I liked.
Every day I write.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Look, I'm naming a bunch that I did like. No, but he's one of the greatest songwriters of all time.
Absolutely.
People don't know that.
I was playing the Goodyear on his first record. One song got rejected, and he was bummed about it. And then they explained it to him. They're like, "This is a goddamn country song. It does not really go with anything else on the record." And so he sort of understood the argument, but he was pissed because he was the artist and wanted what he wanted on his debut record. And then they called him back and they're going, "Well, if this will make you feel any better, that country song, George Jones wants to buy it and record it." So he had to take his beating and lose the song, but then George Jones recorded What a Good Year for the Roses, and that's an Elvis song.
I didn't know that.
Big hit for George George Jones.
Right on, man.
Absolutely.
Is he still banned from Saturday Night Live?
For this?
Yeah.
I don't know, but you know this classic thing. In the early first 2 years of Saturday Night Live, Elvis Costello was supposed to be on. He tells them he's going to play this one song, and then they go, and because the show's live, he plays like 10 seconds of the song he's supposed to play, then stops it, waves it off, and goes, I don't give a fuck, I'm playing this, and he plays this song, Radio.
Yeah, because Lorne had to approve the music, I guess, for rights or whatever. And something in Radio was too risque for television.
So he got banned?
So he wouldn't play this song when they told him specifically you cannot
do it. And he knew it was live, and he's banned. It's a classic TV moment. They always show it down through the years because
why don't we play it?
He made everybody super fucking mad because he thought he didn't like the censorship. He didn't want to be controlled.
I want to play. I want to just play it to the changeover. Right. Yeah, because it's the whole thing here. Well, we don't have to play the song, but push play. Less than zero. He was supposed to play.
I don't know. I know.
No.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There's no reason to do this song here.
What?
Radio. 1, 2.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, my God. I love that he goes, let's do radio.
Yeah, he told them.
He had that English, big English accent.
He's Scottish. I think he's Scottish.
Yeah, okay.
Declan.
What was so risque about radio?
I don't know. Some with the lyrics.
Can you look it up?
Yeah,
though?
he says
it's got to be an easy lookup.
He talks about that you can't play what you really want to play on radio, and he's like, he says they want to. He says anesthetize, which is anesthetize is how we say it.
What is that? Like two guys
put you to sleep. And that's I can't say it. Anesthetize when the English say it though.
Yeah,
but it's a whole rant about
he was banned for 12 years or nearly 12 years, so he did come back eventually.
He raised his middle finger too.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome.
I love this guy.
That's a legendary moment.
Yeah, right on. Good for Elvis Costello.
Fuck that.
Hey, you don't know, how about, do you know that there's a great Costello called, McCartney McManus, when it's just him and Paul McCartney recording together. That's a hard one to find.
I did hear about that.
There's a whole bunch of, but Elvis has got there. Elvis was just at the Beacon.
Any of those songs go anywhere though?
What do you mean?
With, McCartney?
I don't think so. No.
Huh.
What? They're on the low.
You would think that, you hook up, but no.
Right. We're just getting over the Bernard Hopkins thing from yesterday.
Still?
Yeah.
Fuck him, yo.
You're over it with the hummus and
I called his manager today. I cursed him out.
Were you mad?
Crazy.
You were mad.
I'm going to go stick his finger in his ass.
With a kumquat? You tell him to lube it up with some hummus and then put some kumquats in his ass.
Dribble in his ass. Fucking faggot.
Wow.
Bro, man, now, you know.
Hey, yeah.
You know, the white guy came out of me. I never had no fucking guy walk out of my interview. So, you know, and a guy that I don't know. I've had Mike
He didn't walk
Tyson.
out. He just didn't show.
Furious. He was furious. He was mad. He didn't get no food.
Oh, he was mad. Yeah. So he said, he was making a point. I got you. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's very, I don't know.
Maybe, forthright.
Yeah.
He's 51. Huh? He's older.
I'm older. No, I'm older than he is.
No, you're not.
I'm 73.
Oh,
he's going to be.
Fight his ass.
He's going to be 52 very soon.
That's crazy.
He's going to be 52 in like 2 months.
Isn't it illegal to fight at the age?
He looked great. He looked in great shape.
The fuck is he taking? Did he talk about that? Did he take like drugs or water?
I don't think he could do any of that shit.
Did you see the 53-year-old dude playing football for South Carolina State?
What?
Yeah, with his son.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a great story. That
what division is that?
He was like the last one to do that.
Yeah. Ever. There was an old dude that tried to play at Kutztown years ago, and he did play. But then this guy, Joe Thomas Sr., 55, he played. He walked on 4 years ago when his son joined the team.
It's crazy.
He's a running back.
Yes.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Hey, so he's been waiting for 4 years to get his Rudy moment, and he fucking got it last weekend, I think.
And how did he do?
2 weeks ago. 1 carry for 3 yards.
And then they carried him off?
No, he walked off under his own power. No, he's totally fine. But it's a great story, yeah.
You like those stories?
Sure, why not?
Are you a fan when they put the handicapped kid in? And
he wasn't handicapped. He was a guy that turned down a scholarship and got a chance. So, 30 years later, he gets to go back and finish his dream.
I'm sure they let him get the 3 yards is my point.
I think the guy that hit him didn't look like he was trying to let him get 3 yards.
Oh, he looks like a boxer from the 70s, man.
So,
right?
It was a cool story.
Look at his head.
Look at his head. His head looks like a football.
Looks like leather, right?
But there he goes right there.
That was him?
That was him.
You would never No, that was a 55-year-old guy that you just saw run that play, which you didn't see because it's radio.
You should. I'm telling you.
Holy fuck. All right, respect.
Look up the old dude linebacker from Kutztown State because he looked even more like he would rip your fucking head off. And I don't think this was a Rudy situation. I think this dude was playing.
Really?
But this might be 14, 15 years back. But it's an old guy. He was in his. I thought he was in his 50s, but he actually played the whole year. He was starting and playing a lot.
Right.
Is my original old dude story.
You're 70. Is it too late for you to have a 6-pack?
Yeah, I've given up. No, I'm a D cup. There's the phrase 10 pounds of shit in a 9-pound bag mean anything to you.
You've never been interested to like switch your body up so you can look like a young like 6-pack looking motherfucker?
No. My two brothers play football and they're in great shape and I'm the reader in the family. We've covered all this.
Oh shit. Harry Potter motherfucker over there.
Exactly.
Yes, we did do bits called Cooking with Bernard Hopkins, cooking tips while in prison. That's right. He told us how to make a microwave back in the day.
In jail?
Yes.
What the fuck you do? Put two wires together?
A homemade microwave. I don't remember anymore.
Grilled cheese sandwiches in his phone.
Was it a microwave or... I think he made a microwave.
I can see
what the hell?
Yeah, go look.
What did you do when you were in jail?
I was in Central Booking. I didn't go that deep. But
I was just taking a shot. I didn't know you actually had a story.
You didn't go that deep. You just had to lick the head.
Yeah, I had a good Jewish lawyer. Yo, fuck you. I ain't gonna front. I did not take a shit in jail. And I refused to take off my pants. Like, I was nervous on the first time, but I kept going back.
Is it really, the toilet's really just right there?
Yeah, man, they just shit right in front of you. Like, that's just crazy.
They would shit in front of you. I heard
they do shit in front of you.
Wow. I think I would have to shit. I can't hold it in, man. When it's gotta go, it's gotta go. What are you gonna do?
And then they give you like an apple, milk.
Right.
And bologna, like some old age bologna. But I thought I was going to get pancakes or something because, they respect the inmate or something. Yeah. Because I ain't go to the big house yet, so I thought I was going to get...
We got hotcakes and sausage from McDonald's once when I was in there.
When you were locked up?
But you were really, locked up?
Yeah, a couple times.
Get the hell out of here.
Just muffled. Wow. Would you like to share with the room, Mr. Henley?
So, no, wrong place, wrong time, hanging out with the wrong people.
Yeah.
They let us go each time.
What'd you do, headbutt somebody?
Yeah, well, I let my friend out of a cop car, and then he got away, and they got me.
Holy shit.
Oh, they were taking your friend away.
Yeah, and I ran around the car. We were in Florida on a spring break situation, and my friends and I went walking by because we had gotten separated from our group, and we saw two dudes we knew that they had just thrown in the back of the car. And as we saw them going around to get more people, and we realized the car was between us, my crazy friend Norton goes, "Look, we can just let these fuckers out right now." And we popped the latch on the back and let, because you can't open from the inside, obviously.
What the fuck?
And they came running out on our side, and we all went running down in one direction, and I was the goddamn slow fucker and got caught.
Were you the only one they got?
Yeah. So you spend the night in Fort Lauderdale or whatever, Broward County. It wasn't Broward, maybe whatever Lauderdale is.
Hotcakes and sausage.
But they brought everybody, and because I'm like, wow, hotcakes and sausage. And another dude sitting there in the orange jumpsuit goes, "It's Happy Meals at lunch." So this particular jail had just catered McDonald's. It wasn't a fucking apple and a milk and a grilled cheese.
Right on.
It was something from the McDonald's, value menu.
Oh, that is funny.
That's
a better meal than what you were going to get.
I was ecstatic
during
to
spring
have
break.
Hotcakes and sausage from McDonald's.
We went down there with no fucking money, man. So that would have been a nice meal for us.
Very happy. Very happy.
I got a billy club to my gut. And I learned my lesson quick.
Ouch.
Fort Lauderdale, spring break, crazy crowd. So I decided to go on the street and run because it's so many years ago, but I was trying, I guess, meet up with friends or to a bar or something. Female cop goes, "On the sidewalk." I go, yeah. I'm just a snotty 19-year-old kid who thinks he knows better, right?
See ya.
She took this billy club to my fucking ribs, and boy, did I learn quick. She didn't no arrest, none of that shit, but one good jab to the fucking wrist.
Wake up, bitch.
I went down, I lost my wind, and I'm like, oh, okay, they don't fucking play.
It was a big fat white cop.
I was just a dick from Long Island. Yeah.
Right. I had one
I'm
of those.
lucky she didn't hit me over the fucking head.
Oh, that would have been over.
I got out of it easy.
I did. I fucked up. I did. Rent a cop one night outside of a bar on the south side of Birmingham, and it was not a rent a cop. It was a cop on goddamn duty. And the same thing. Nightstick to the throat. I can't even. I'm 2 feet off the ground. I'm like, yeah. Sorry, sir. I apologize. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, I did that to a wrestler too up in Boston. I did the whole, really.
Fuck you, this is fake, right?
And I got choked out.
Do you remember when
Eric runs to the mic. He remembers this
we
one.
We found that video.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was Stevie Richards.
I'm not even gonna, you were knocked out? I was scared shitless.
Do you remember when Hulk Hogan dropped Belzer on his head? That was the original one of those on television.
I would have to ask Ant, or is it on the video? I don't remember, but I was like being another time I was being a dick, and man, he goes, "Oh, really?
What? Sleeper?
He lifted me up by my fucking neck, and I was not breathing. Here it is. Here it is.
Oh, God.
Here it is.
It's on video?
Here it is.
Yeah, you don't. Ooh.
Here it is.
Rewind to start again. There we go.
That's a real shove.
Yeah, and I got my glasses.
Oh, look at your little the Bono Fly sunglasses that you're wearing.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that YouTube tour.
Yo, you
and Anthony's
trying to help you. Look.
Anthony trying to stop.
Ant's on his fucking back.
Oh.
Dude,
Look, oh, shit.
Because I remember I was on video, so I was trying to play it cool. I am here to tell you I was scared shitless.
Now,
I was not fucking breathing. He was squeezing my windpipe with his thumbs. He got so fucking mad.
Ant's not dicking around either. Look at Ant. No, Ant's really trying to help you.
It was not.
Ant is like humping him.
Is there video to this?
He's on his back.
Ant's like a 5-year-old climbing on daddy.
That's what it looks like.
Huh?
Right.
There's audio?
Yeah.
Oh, let me hear the audio of this.
Oh my God! Hey, sir, you get off of him! You get off of him! He's my partner! He's my radio partner!
He's my radio partner.
Then when his voice would say that, it's like, come on!
Oh my God.
He's my partner. And then pause. He's my radio partner.
I smiled
think we were experiencing a moment.
I smiled for the first second, and then I'm like, oh my God, this is really fucking uncomfortable.
He could have killed your ass.
Yeah, he was pissed off. I don't remember exactly what I said, but
we'll put it on the YouTube.
Yeah, we'll put it on the YouTube.
I come in here every day and learn that you were just a real mean person in another life.
Well,
I was kidding, but
you could have died.
Some therapy, and you
really could have died right there,
dude. I was scared. I would love to play it differently for the people. I was fucking scared.
You never saw
At first, I'm like, ha, ha, ha. You see my glasses just going, and he was pissed off.
You never saw Belzer get dropped on his head by Hulk Hogan?
He looked like Elton John. Look at that.
I wish I remember what I said. I don't know. It might have been part of the TV show up there. I don't know.
He looked like shit.
Wait,
show him
John right there.
Fuck.
You see Belzer, ER. Belzer's eyes roll back in his head.
Yeah, Belzer got his ass handed to him by Hulk Hogan.
Oh, shit.
This is the first famous one. This is way back in like 84.
Yeah, because people really thought wrestling was truly fake, but didn't realize that these guys absolutely take real bumps during the whole process.
Belzer was talking shit, and Hulk Hogan gave him a little dose of reality.
Oh.
He choked him out. That's not fake.
Well, everyone's laughing because they think Belzer's playing.
Yes.
But he's out cold on his own fucking stage.
That's not fake.
No, he starts to wake up right here.
Oh my God! Hey, you get off of him!
Oh shit! Look at Mr.
Why is my audio playing over Belzer? There you go.
We'll be right back after this word from you-know-who. We'll be right back.
Yeah, on his own fucking stage.
He was not allowed to talk about it for like 2 years. There was a lawsuit going on. It was a whole big thing. He certainly did.
Of course. I mean, how do you not win that one?
Oh. But it was weird. I was working with him down in Atlanta literally a month after this happened, and everyone, if you think like between social media and all the access we have now, he couldn't get into his act because everybody saw this, and so they don't want to see him do fucking Mick Jagger impression for 45 minutes. They want to know, did Hulk Hogan really drop you on your goddamn head?
Right.
And what happened? And the whole week he just had to stand on stage and deflect questions because he was not allowed to discuss it because he was going to win the lawsuit.
That's pretty cocky of Hogan, knowing that Belzer was going to be okay. I know it's like one of those sleeper holds, but still, what the fuck?
I'm telling you.
And then everyone's laughing because they, Bells is a comic, so they're like,
Bells
is playing into it.
No, his head busted open. He's really bleeding.
Oh, he was bleeding too. That's right.
He busted his head. That's when the real proof was, oh no, he fucking
look at all
dead
the blood in the
limp.
back of his coat.
Yeah.
I forgot about the blood part.
That's like a sack of potatoes, baby.
He slammed his head down. He could have died, man. You hit your noggin too hard like that.
What?
We lose a few a year here in New York City. Someone falls on a curb and that's it. Anyway, a couple, at least this before we go. Did you hear about Tinder for air travel? Who, kid? You travel a lot.
Yeah, I fly all the time. There's Tinder now. You could bang a chick in the sky.
You've heard?
Yeah.
It sets up mile high hookups.
Literally.
This is fake news. Fake news is everything these days.
No, it's real.
You've heard of this one.
I mean, I didn't join it yet, but I'm planning to.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew. Instead of the beverage cart coming down the aisle, it's going to be a different kind of. We're going to have a condom and a lube cart. Benoit balls, anybody? Pretzels, Benoit balls.
I ain't gonna run. Out of all the shit that I've done, I've never did anything like in the sky. Never got head. Never did nothing. Like
really?
That.
Not even anything.
Not with my wife. I don't want to fuck my wife anyway, but I never did anything in the sky.
Not even to throw the blanket over your crotch and have a little handy. Nothing.
I mean,
but doesn't the idea sound just stupid? The Mile High Club. Who gives a fuck?
But how does it feel when you come high in the sky, though?
It's no different, I would think.
Eric, how does it feel to come in the sky?
He gets you there. I don't know.
He looked like he came in the sky.
I don't know. Let me read
Sorry, man.
It's just 3 sentences, really, but this is pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
New dating app functions like Tinder in the sky, connecting air travelers for in-flight flirting and possible mile-high hookups. The free app Air Dates, it's called, encourages flyers to post their itineraries before trips so they can meet up with potential lovers mid-air. Users check in at the airport, chat using a special internet-free connection, and then search for love. I'm looking for a girl on a plane who has things in common with me, like movies, said Philippe, 22 of Brazil, who was flying to his home country Tuesday. I talked to the girl, say, hey, how are you? Why are you traveling? We'd see where it goes and head to the bathroom, he said.
Because they're so roomy.
Oh, this guy's a romantic. The app hasn't really taken off yet in the Big Apple. Only 3 people were logged in when the Post tested out Tuesday.
But isn't it illegal to fuck in the sky when you get locked up?
Yep.
Yeah, you go to jail if you get
it's
caught.
the old fucking in public scenario. They're always
in the
gonna
bathroom?
Yeah, you're in public.
If I get head at the seat,
yeah,
I could get locked up.
It's the same. Yeah, if you're fucking in the bathroom on the plane or fucking in your seat of the plane.
I would assume most stewardesses don't want to deal with that shit. So they probably, unless it's so obvious, they're going to leave you the fuck alone.
No, they're going to tell you to stop doing that. If they're going to tell me to raise my window shade, then I know they're going to say, hey, put your dick away. It's not a stretch.
Can I try to recover a little?
A little.
You're right. Sorry. You're right. I got to recover a little, though. You're 100% right. But not when they land calling the authorities and really making a big fucking deal. All right, whatever.
Isn't that equal? It's like having a bomb on a flight. You can't really scare people and stuff like that. You can't do that.
What? Seeing a couple go at it scares you?
Like people banging next to you?
Oh, man, I'm watching. I'm not bothered by that shit.
I'm with him. Where's the weirdest place you've ever seen?
I'm with him.
Well, if I'm walking along in life and somebody has decided to fuck in front of me in a non-porn theater situation, then exactly.
The weirdest place was...
I was going to say, you've seen, not counting your shows, because I'm sure you've seen some shit at your
my shows. It was random. I had to get a book in the library for marijuana, because I need a photo of marijuana.
Yeah.
And these college kids was banging under the table in the library. See? But I'm reading the book, and I could hear it, but then they're just moaning. Then I screamed.
Did you check it out?
I didn't want to go, really look under
No,
it,
you can't look like a pervert.
Yeah, but...
And I say look like a pervert because I think if you're into this, you might be a little pervy, but you don't want to look like one, so you try to look with a little respect.
The thing that was weird is both their legs was sticking out and both their jeans were down. So that's the only thing I saw, and a lot of weird moaning.
All right.
You could see the jeans all the way down.
Here in New York?
Yeah.
My favorite one out on Long Island, I used to do a lot of inline skating at these parks.
Mm-hmm. And wait. You just said...
Is that bad?
Go ahead. No, I'm just pretending I'm Florentine for a second.
Oh, okay. I forgot the name of the park, but there's one on Long Island. It's a really nice bike path and inline skaters, joggers, all that. But so, I would pull in and then I would put on my inline skates, and I noticed that this couple's going at it in a van, but they're sort of far away, and I'm looking. waiting. I'm like, holy fuck, I got to get a closer look at this shit.
Get the fuck
So
out
I
of
get back in my car. I kind of circled a lot, try to make believe it's cool, and I'm just getting into a spot that happens to be a little closer to the van. So now I'm pretty damn close. And now I'm really watching this couple go at it. And I'm like, this rocks. All of a sudden, someone's banging on my window, and it's an old guy, and he goes, hey, you're ruining it for the rest of us. True story. True fucking story all the way. He was so fucking pissed because I guess everyone else was keeping their distance.
You kept creeping up,
and I'm like, fuck, I need I'm not gonna park right next to him, but I'm gonna get closer. But man, I got too close, and this guy was not having it. He's like, you're ruining it for the rest of us. So the whole parking lot, I guess, was in on this, or a bunch of other people.
Get the.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Who kid, man?
We still got to do a whole show with him. We've cut him short here at the last 15 minutes.
Are you around tomorrow?
In a couple of weeks. I'm not. He is.
I think I'm around tomorrow. Maybe I can talk about me coming into a terrorist shoe.
Yeah, let's do it.
And that's a real story.
Are we gonna get? Are you out tomorrow?
Chris is coming in. You don't
I don't
need me
know
tomorrow.
if he is.
I don't think he needs.
He's got some things.
I'll come back if he'll come back.
I'll come back tomorrow. I have to be here tomorrow.
All right, we'll figure it all out after the show. Who kid? What do you got, buddy?
Trying to kidnap Willie Nelson for my Christmas show, so that's why I came today to set it up. So I got Willie Nelson.
Sweet.
Wait, you're talking to Willie Nelson?
He's always been on my show. He does it every year. That's my nigga.
God, we talked to him 15 years ago. He was amazing.
Are you kidding me?
What?
15 years? You don't have him every year?
No.
He's
awesome.
Here. Oh,
does he still bring the guitar with the hole in it?
Oh, no. He's just looking old as fuck.
He's always looked old as fuck.
I know.
All right, who kid might be back? All right, Vic, we're running out of show.
At Vic Henley on Twitter and VicHenley.com. And I have dates in January and February. They're all on the calendar on the website.
All right, I'm plugging the YouTube channel, Opie Radio. I talked to Ann today, so we'll put that video up.
Everybody knows
and then
my
me
Instagram,
getting
right?
choked out. The haters will love that one. So make sure you check my YouTube channel later.
You know my
you're going to
Instagram,
enjoy that one.
You know
And we also have some very funny Bernard Hopkins videos up there.
Fuck him.
Opie Radio on the old YouTube. See you tomorrow.
Opie loses.
Opie Radio is now over for now.
Over. Roger. Over.